Morning show at 6 o'clock exactly here on a Monday morning as we launch a whole new week of MJ Morning Show crapcasting. Oh, wait a minute. Have Andrew open the back door for me. I was looking to see where the hell Froggy was, and there is no Froggy. Hey, Andrew.
Are they in?
Open the back door for Froggy, please.
Well, that sounds...
Froggy apparently had this fixed on Friday. Oh, here comes Roxanne. Thank you for showing up late. I appreciate it.
Roxanne looking as lovely as ever. Froggy strolling in leisurely. Welcome to the show, pal.
I'm assuming, Froggy, that you had to wait for Roxanne to arrive to work way too late for you to get in. Is that correct? Is that what just happened?
I spent 15 minutes driving to each of the doors. I saw you pull in.
You know what I did?
I was driving to all the doors to see if they work.
I did see you driving around. That's right.
I just don't understand.
Well,
I really
don't
get it.
Did you get with engineering on Friday like I told you to get with them?
They told me it was going to be fixed.
Yes, we were all there. It was on Thursday. Right. It was on Thursday.
Thursday, was it?
Yes, and it's not.
Okay. And, all right, so, Froggy, you were on time. Fester, you were on time. Roxanne, you just can't seem to get to work on
Actually,
time.
I was on time, so that's all I'm going to say.
If anything, she helped Froggy.
Oh, so it took you, you're late?
I was on time today, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Listen, first of all, I got it from good authority that nobody cares what time the three of us show up as long as you're here.
No. How about that everyone's in place at 6 o'clock so, it just feels like it's a complete team and I'm not scrambling to figure out where people are.
I usually am, but getting into this place is like Fort Knox, apparently.
Well, not for a couple of months, though.
This brings us back to another issue.
It does, and the reason why I did not complete my, I don't want to call it a promise, but I did tease the fact that I was going to discuss what the security issue was. For numerous times on this show for the last couple of months, I've brought up an issue that I've never seen anything like this in my entire broadcast career, and it has to do with our security system. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell the story, multiple times this morning, because I was going to tell it on Thursday, but then I couldn't because there was still one missing piece. And then Friday, I could not confirm until later that the missing piece was fixed, that the missing piece was solved. So I'll tell you what, I need a little bit of time to tell the story. Well, not that much time, but I will tell it at 6:20-ish, okay? So right around 6:20-ish, so the next segment, all right, we're going to give our greetings and salutations and hello. I'm going to yell at the crew. I'm still curious about what Roxanne is saying here.
This is a very good explanation.
Let me just finish one thing. So I will tell the story at 6:20. So the entire story that is 2 months in the making, right? May to June, June to July. 2 months. I will tell the story in minutes. So 6:20 this morning, just minutes away, at the beginning of the next segment, I will tell the story for the early listeners, and then I'll tell the story again, and I'll add any details if I forgot anything for the kind of mid-show listeners sometime in the later 7 o'clock hour. So hang on. Again, I was stunned. I continue to be stunned at the ramifications and what could have happened. I'll give everyone the details in just a few minutes, so make sure you're with us at about 6:20. So what is that, 15 minutes from right now, so stand by. Yes, Roxanne.
I was just going to say, so this guy, Froggy, was driving from door to door trying to get in. So I pull in, I get to the door, I see him pull back into his spot back there. So I'm like, he's probably having trouble getting in because that's out of his usual pattern. So I waited for him.
Yes, she waited for me. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
All right, but he was out there for 15 minutes. You're still arriving like 30 seconds before showtime.
I would have been on time. I don't know how many other ways to say it.
Right.
So yesterday evening,
yes,
I get a text
right
from Brad,
Who the hell is Brad?
I'm glad you asked. Brad Green, he was the one.
I don't know who Brad Green
You
is.
do.
Okay.
He's the one that sent us the batteries that started MJ Mystery merch. So he's a pretty active MJ Morning Show listener.
I don't know who Brad Green.
We don't hang out with him.
Yeah, well,
Right.
but now that you tell me that he was the
Right.
devoted listener that sent, was he the one that sent the C cells for the megaphone? Was that it? Or
Yeah, and it kind of taunted me about me being a big lazy slob and not ordering them
The
myself.
cheapest batteries possible.
hello, check.
They already broke.
See, Brad's back.
It's dead.
They lasted one use.
Brad,
What the hell?
Brad sent us the Amazon Basics.
Amazon Basics.
Yeah,
and basically they don't last.
Anyway,
hello,
My gosh, those are terrible.
freaking megaphone's not working. Hello.
So this morning,
It won't even light the little LED. There's no current in here at all.
That's what happens with just the generic old Amazon Basic batteries.
So Amazon Basics, basically it'll work for an hour.
Basically. I'm dealing with him gloating today because he predicted this morning's show so far like Nostradamus.
Like, what do you mean?
He's like, I'm sure people have texted you before about this. MJ said he couldn't talk about security issues. Then on Friday morning, in the opening minutes of the show, he finally said he can talk about it, but he never got to it. Can you please bring it up tomorrow morning when he's complaining about Roxanne being late? And then I write back, I will. And then he writes me back a couple seconds ago. I totally called how this morning's first segment would go. And now he's gloating. So thank you, Brad.
On Friday, I thought I was going to be able to talk about it, but I wanted to be certain of one thing. Even though it was second layer, I wanted to be, first and second layer were okay. It was third layer. So what happened was I said, hey, Friday, I'm going to talk about this issue, and we'll do it next or whatever it was. And then I double-checked. I wanted to be certain. So during the commercial break, I double-checked this particular layer, and that layer was not solved. I texted our engineering people, and they said, no, hang on, no, this and this, it'll be fixed today. So that's why now I can finally tell the story of unbelievableness. And I'll get to that next on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, also, hey, Cash Stash. That begins again all this week. So last week, what a hellacious week of winners. We gave away $1,000 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week to winners just like you. So full details on Cash Stash are on the way, but essentially you listen to us between 9 and 9:20 every morning. I give you that day's Cash Stash song. You listen to Q105 all day long, and then you wait for that song to play. It could play within an hour or two, or it could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, anytime. And when you hear the Cash Stash song that is replayed, you just be the seventh caller, and you win $1,000 cash. And keep in mind, we only give away the song title between 9 and 9:20. We do not repeat it during the course of the day. So Moolah's on the way. 6:08. Folks, I promise, the minute we get back, the whopper of a security issue for 2 freaking months. I'll tell you the story next.
Well, here we go. Just checked I-4 east and west.
Fester, Roxanne, Froggy here on a Monday morning. Welcome, folks. Thanks to all of our early listeners here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Fester, can you grab more C-cell batteries? I don't think we used all those Amazon Basics that our listener Brad sent in. Can you grab those? I want to get this bullhorn up and running. You know, when we worked at the other place, when we were at J-Core, then it became Clear Channel, then Clear Channel became iHeart. When we worked for the other company on 93, remember back in engineering, they had like a battery stash with every single... I didn't buy remote control batteries for my house for the 25 years I worked for that company.
Yeah.
And here we got nothing. We got no. I don't think we have any batteries here. So.
Had to lay off a part-timer because the budget for batteries was so high.
We have to wait for listeners to gift us Amazon Basics batteries to fill up our bullhorn here. All right, 6:21. Let me tell the security story for our early listeners. And again, I apologize for the false start last week where I said I can finally tell the story, and I couldn't because there was one element that I discovered. I'm glad I did, but there was one element. Just, better to be safe than sorry. So here's what happened. On May 18th.
It seems so long ago.
Our security card system in the building broke. Meaning to get into this very important broadcast facility housing a number of great radio stations. What are you doing over there?
I think how many radio stations? 5, 6 radio stations? 6 radio stations? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Q105. It's QIK. It's Wild. It's Maxima. And it is...
Money Talk 1010 AM.
Money Talk... And the
Shark.
the Shark, the classic rock. So we got a bunch of important radio stations, mostly, in this building. The key card system broke. Now, it wasn't like the key card system broke and you couldn't get in, that the doors were locked, and it was the opposite. The doors were wide open.
Wide
into the great wide open. So... for 2 months, anybody could have just walked into this radio station.
Any time of the day.
2 months! All of the rest of May, the entirety of June, and it just got totally fixed late last week. You could have just walked right into the radio station.
You had complete run of the place.
No doors were locked. Just walk right in.
Yep.
How does it take 2 months to rectify that?
I have never seen anything like this in my entire 41 years in broadcasting.
How about people who get here like in the middle of the night, like Andrew?
What about it?
I mean, he's walking into a building that there could potentially be someone in because they could have walked in overnight. Yeah.
So no one had to reach into their pocket to grab their wallet or you into your purse to grab whatever you keep your key card.
No.
I think Andrew wears the geeky lanyard.
He does.
But it's convenient.
I wear a lanyard as well, but Andrew wears a geekier lanyard.
So, can you believe that? For 2 months, and it was a combination of issues. One of the issues was the system had to be ordered, but it could have gotten here very quickly. But then apparently, and I don't know if you guys know this, apparently it got tied up. We just got to put a new security system. It's, a box that just controls the key card system. So the old key card system box where we have those thick plastic cards, you got to tap it onto the door. Typically that, brownish plastic faceplate has a red LED, meaning everything's locked. You tap your card on it, it turns green for a couple of seconds while you open the door and come in. I mean, a jillion places out there have this system. So the issue was the system was, I guess, ordered, but then there was a contract, and our legal department down at corporate in Naples, the legal department tied it up for weeks. I mean, what do you just? It's a security card system. It's not a contract. to hire, 5 DJs to work at radios. It's a freaking piece of electric equipment, security equipment. It's just a whole box that goes into a rack that controls our key card system. So legal at corporate had this thing tied up apparently for weeks. And then I guess the box comes in and something wasn't working right with the box, so they had to get another box. And for 2 months, though, folks, for 2 months, I can tell the story now because now we are locked up tight. All the doors are all locked now. But for 2 months, May 18th until late last week, you could have just walked right in anytime you wanted. Just wanted to do a self-guided tour? Come on down! In fact, come on down! You're the next contestant on Just Wander Through the Halls of our radio station. At your will, at your whim. Come on down! Shelley from Pinellas Park. Come on down! Jerry from Lutz, come on down! Jose from Wikiwachi, come on down!
It's a long drive from Weekdays just to walk the radio station. But MJ, you could have gone into any radio station, stood behind any console board. If you knew how to put yourself on the air,
Yep.
you could have done your own night show.
Oh, yeah, an overnight show.
That's right.
Folks could have just walked in and just pushed buttons.
You don't like the song we're playing? Change it yourself.
Isn't
Come
that what
on
happened
down.
on Joe Dirt? He was the maintenance guy on the radio station. Then he just started talking on the air.
I never saw Joe
Oh,
Dirt.
it's so great.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was great.
Cinematic classic.
I'm sure Joe Dirt was, it was the travesty that year that it didn't win Best Picture, right?
It was really good, though.
How many Academy Award nominations were there for Joe Dirt?
17.
Yeah, right.
More than Oppenheimer's going to get.
But I could not believe that for 2 months, our doors at this radio complex were wide open. I don't know what to say. I've just never seen anything like that in my entire 41-year broadcast career, starting at the age of 16. Little WCPK AM, a 5,000-watt daytime-only radio station, meaning this little AM station, 1600, top of your dial, was only on the air from sunrise to sunset. And like in the middle of the wintertime, they had to go off the air like at 4:45. Because, like the sun went down, up, this was mid-Atlantic. And, of course, the sun, we have a little more sun, later, even in the winter months during, Eastern Standard Time versus daylight saving time. The further north you go, the darker it gets quicker during those months. So, for instance, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you're standing in Manhattan on January 15th, it is getting darker earlier up in New York than if you're standing on Bush Boulevard here in Tampa.
If you're standing on Bush Boulevard, you're probably working.
Well, that would be Nebraska.
Yeah, right there, Bush, Nebraska. Right. You're hoping for the sun to go down because you gotta,
That's when business picks. When the sun goes down, business picks up.
I love this time of year. Sun goes down at 6 o'clock. Yeah, all right.
But can you believe that for 2 months this radio station was wide freaking open?
We could have just come in here and seen someone pilfering from our refrigerator in the break room and pouring a cup of coffee, sleeping on the couch, playing billiards.
Every scenario you just gave is the least of our problems. It could have destroyed everything, taken everything, all the equipment. Do we have millions and millions of dollars of equipment here, MJ?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody could have sledgehammered this place.
No attempt to hire night security? No attempt to hire a whacking hut to sit in our lobby?
A whacking hut.
They could have kidnapped Gino, our afternoon guy.
Oh no! Yeah, Gino.
Well, you want to talk about a decision you'd regret? He won't shut up. He talks and talk.
Dumped him off on the side of the road. Oh man, this didn't work
They
out.
would have put an "I'm sorry" and just dropped him off.
So for the early crowd, that's the security issue, and I'm still amazed. I'm still absolutely amazed that it took 2 months to lock our radio station up. Just walk in anytime. That's what it was from May 18th until just late last week. Now everything is sealed up tightly, very, very tightly. In fact, there are now Indiana Jones spikes at some of the doors.
Yeah, I can't even get in.
So, all right, 6:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, guess what? We'll do some early morons in the news, the early editions next, and then don't forget today's Cash Stash song. I'll reveal it between 9 and 9:20 this morning. So make sure you're listening between 9 and 9:20. I'll give you the new song title. Then you listen to Q105. Wait for the song to play guaranteed before 6 p.m. Be the seventh caller at 800-990-1047, and you'll be the latest $1,000 winner. On Monday, last week, it was Cheryl Wesley Chapel. Tuesday, Amanda St. Pete. Wednesday was Stephanie and Lutz. Thursday, last week, it was Alex and Bradenton. And then on Friday, Sue in St. Pete won $1,000. So last week, we gave away $5,000. This week, we're giving away another $5,000. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we'll do it again next week, then the week after. So we're blowing out tens of thousands of dollars here on Q105, and it's all about the MJ Cash Stash right here on 104.7 FM. At 6:31, Pat's got early traffic for you. Then we'll do morons in the news next. Busy. Now, the last commercial we just played was for homeowners insurance and talked about Florida being a nightmare for insurance. Oh boy! Hey, remind me later on. I got a new insurance problem. Holy shit! You've heard me mention on the show that I'm swept up. Listen, don't cry for me, Argentina. All right.
I don't think Argentina's crying for you at all.
But I'm just lumped in with all the other Floridians that are having homeowners insurance problems, and had a problem. Thought it was kind of patched, kind of half-assed though, but kind of patched. So I didn't have to worry about it until hopefully we've got a number of quiet years, and then the insurance, the greedy bastard insurance companies start coming back because they want our premiums. So I thought that I was kind of solved for a bit. And then 3 o'clock on Friday, had another insurance issue, all tied to my homeowner's insurance. So something else pops up on Friday. So I'll discuss that later on. I'm pissed. Listen again. It's not just about me. I'm talking about the insurance issue because it's affecting millions of Floridians. What are you looking at and laughing at?
He can't. Froggy's looking for something. He can't find something.
About me. Don't pay attention to me. I lost a piece of my headphones and I can't wear it.
Well, hold on a minute. No, Roxanne is staring at Froggy with a goofy smile. Your mouth was wide open like one of those dolls.
Over here.
All right.
Because he can't find something.
In the many years that we've been in
But
the
I didn't
studio,
know. I didn't know what exactly. I didn't see that Froggy was on the floor. So Froggy's on the floor with his
cell phone light.
Froggy.
I know what the problem is. No, it didn't vanish.
Dude, it's stuck to your back. Turn around. Stop. Hey, Andrew.
That's why I'm laughing.
Andrew, grab Frog.
It's on my back.
It's on your back. Oh, my
Hold
God.
on. I'm going to get
All right,
it. I'm
hold
going to
on.
get it.
Grab the...
The ear.
This is what I've been looking
the ear,
for.
the ear
It's
cushion.
stuck to your back.
The ear cushion.
Hey, talk into the microphone.
How did it get stuck on my back?
I don't know.
You probably took off your headphones. It fell off and it just dropped.
I've been
What
looking for this
the-
thing forever.
What the hell? You're on the floor with your flashlight, your
I
light
thought
on?
I dropped it in the parking lot or something earlier.
He's on the ground with his cell phone flashlight on, crawling on the floor, looking for this black foamy earpiece for his Sony headphones, and you turn around and it's stuck to your back.
That's what Roxanne was laughing
Can you
at.
see why
Thanks
that
for
would
telling
entertain me? Because I could see it stuck to his back the whole time.
So you would
You're
not
just
tell
laughing?
him?
No, because you were talking.
She was trying to motion to him.
Yeah, I was
the pointing
yeah.
and the open mouth and the pantomiming was, "Hey, look on your back, idiot." That's
How
what
is that stuck to your back?
I don't know.
How did it stay?
He took off his headphones,
I don't
and it
know.
must have just fallen, and it landed on his lower shoulder, upper back.
I've been looking for it for 10 minutes. It's stuck to my back.
That is
It's
insane.
like a comedy movie.
Yeah, these are the ubiquitous Sony headphones, these little studio headphones. They've been around since the 80s.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah, I remember we had these all floating around, the radio stations I worked at in like 1986, 87, 88 in Virginia Beach, in Norfolk, Virginia Beach. So these Sony headphones, I'm sure they've been, slightly improved over the years, but these things basically have been around for years.
Yeah, not the ear cushion adhesive. That hasn't improved.
And then,
Yeah,
and
that sure hasn't.
And then anybody in radio or anyone that's owned these, you know about the little gold adapter, taking it from a mini plug to a 1/4-inch plug, and those things always got lost.
Those are priceless.
Because they unscrew. They're worth their weight in gold.
Yeah. Male part.
Yeah, in fact, I once asked Sony if they could make one out of 18-karat gold for me. Instead of just
That would
that,
be smart.
instead of that, just that gold-plated stuff. All right, early morons in the... Oh, remind me, we got to talk about the sinkhole. The Sefner sinkhole, because they're going to start filling it again today. So how much crap do you got to put in there to fill that hole? Do they even know how deep the hole is? I mean, the poor guy that got lost in that thing like 10 years ago. We talked about that last week because it's like 10 years, and now the sinkhole's opened up again.
So are they just covering him up? Are they leaving him down there?
No,
they couldn't retrieve him a decade ago.
Yeah.
So he's just down there.
Well,
He's in the earth.
we don't know. It's just, I feel
So
awful.
crazy.
Feel awful for the family.
Terrible.
All right, we'll get into it later on, but they're going to fill it again. They're going to start pouring gravel and sand and, I don't know, just whatever they fill this thing with. It's like a creepy sci-fi deal. It's some kind of supernatural.
It's like the gates to hell.
It is. All right. Hang on. We'll get into that later on. First, though, early morons in the news. And it just seems like this happens every year. The whole Tour de France, another idiot stepped out to get a picture and caused a massive bicycle pileup.
Oh, that's the best.
This is like something like Fester or Froggy would do.
Well,
you take out one of those guys, you take out 100 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they're all jammed together. They're like a bunch of ants just, clung together. So another selfie. I'm telling. Didn't this happen last year as well? Some person stood out. Hey, I want to get a selfie with with 150 bikes all jammed together, separated by 2 inches. I want to get a selfie of the bikes behind me. And I just know that in the last couple of years, there was a massive crash. And again, same deal. Somebody stepped out. So here's the latest. Another selfie brought the Tour de France to a screeching bicyclist halt. Another schmuck. A fan snapped a picture, clipped American Sepp Kuss. Is that a bike
What?
guy?
Sepp Kuss.
S-E-P-P Kuss, K-U-S-S.
That sounds like a disease.
I got
No,
sick.
Yes,
that's,
that's Sepkus.
that's sepsis.
That's why
Sepsis.
sounds like
I've got
it.
I got some
it
sepsis.
sounds like something medical and not good.
Yeah, if you're telling anyone in the medical profession that hey, quiet, I got sepsis, on the TV screen. I'm watching the sep. They're going to tell you, hurry up, get to the hospital right away. But you might have gotten your sepsis at the hospital to begin
Yeah.
with.
You might have.
Happens.
Or the beautician, like Paula Abdul. Remember?
What happened there?
Remember she was getting her nails done and she got like MRSA from the nail place?
that's
Ooh.
right.
Her finger
Yeah.
almost fell off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would have been straight up.
Yeah, it would have been straight nubs.
Straight nub, not tell you.
Ow, ow, ow.
Straight nub. A fan snapped the picture, clipped American Sepp Kuss, causing him to crash during the 15th stage of the Tour de France yesterday.
Come on, Sepp.
Cuss immediately went down after the spectator's arm hit his handlebars, and that caused a number of riders behind him to crash as well, with even more being delayed because of the incident. What do you do with someone that sticks their hand out, hits a cyclist for a stupid selfie in some like dumb French village? What do you do with this person?
And what makes the French village
I
dumb?
was just thinking that.
I'm sorry.
Why is it a stupid French
All right,
village?
all right, it's not a.
I'm sure it's a lovely village.
It's a dumb person in the village, so thereby I just labeled the whole
Village idiot.
Yeah, exactly. It's the village idiot.
I wonder if Cuss cursed when he got hit.
Did cuss? I never say cuss. I never have been.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually do say cuss.
Yeah. Well, because where were you born?
Here.
You were
in
born
Tampa?
here, yeah. So those from the South tend to say cuss. And I was born in New York.
You Yankee.
But then I moved to Virginia Beach. So when I moved to Virginia Beach, that's the first time I ever heard the word cuss.
Well,
I'd never heard cuss up until Keith White.
Keith.
Yep, Keith White, Virginia Beach. I don't know, where's Keith today? So Keith White in Haygood Point, he was the first one when we moved in 1976 from New York to Virginia Beach. He's the first one I ever heard use the word cuss instead of curse.
Interesting.
So,
I don't say curse. I would say swear.
So I'm getting text messages
Yep.
from big cycling fans.
Yep.
It's actually pronounced coos.
Oh, geez, really?
So I mean, Seth. Coos,
So it's coos?
like goose.
Kuss is not cuss, it's coos?
I don't know.
Sepkus.
I don't know. I mean, I'm watching the helicopter video of it, and this guy just sticks his arm out. He didn't stand in front of the bike like a really brave person. He just sticks his hand out and clips the guy's handlebar.
Unbelievable. I mean, why don't these people just stay away? And how would you like to be the one to cause the wreck by either, trying to get a selfie or sticking your arm out, trying to get a picture?
There's no barrier between them and the people.
No.
I mean, there's no metal fencing or
Because it's hundreds and hundreds of miles. How long is the tour? Look that up for me. That's important stuff here. How long is the Tour de France?
length of.
Well, it's going to be in kilometers, so then we're going to have to change it to miles.
It's gonna be in miles.
No, right. Stop.
Okay, all right, you got
Right.
it?
Just, yeah. Some days involve 180 plus mile long races, while others are 30. So what's the total?
So 3,500 kilometers.
2,200 miles total. So 21 days, 21 day long stages over 23 or 24 day period, covers 3,500 kilometers
So
or 2,200 miles.
Oh,
Is that's a lot.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh my God.
Those seats. Oh.
But the story is, listen, over that kind of a time frame, that many days, you're going to deal with some ass clowns that are going to do their best to wreck the damn race. That's nuts. Hey, speaking of wrecking your race to work, stand by, because we'll be back in just a few minutes, and got another award-winning chunk of the MJ Morning Show coming up in just a bit. But talk about like ruining your way to work. You know what happens when somebody smashes into you? Now it's not the Tour de France. It's like it's the Tour de Lutz. It's
The Tour de Tampa.
the Tour de Pinellas Park. Yeah, you're folks. You're heading to work, and some ass clown. Froggy and Fester, Roxanne, Andrew, the producer, 7:01 here on a Monday, and we reset the clock. It starts all over again. The MJ $1,000 a day cash stash launches again today. So it is 7 o'clock now, or 7:02 to be precise. And in just about 2 hours, the window opens back up. Sometime between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the new Cash Stash song. You listen for that song during the course of the day, be the seventh caller when it plays, and win $1,000. We had 5 winners last week. We gave away $5,000 last week. This is Q105 only. It's not one of the national contests that all the radio companies do, like Beasley or iHeart or Cox Media. You know, this is a local-only contest. Right here, only Q105 listeners. We're giving away tens of thousands of dollars over like a 4-week period. So this is just the second week. So we just started another week of $5,000, $1,000 a day, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So good luck. Now, Roxanne, you sent me this item last week. I just didn't get to it, about Americans' choice of this consumer product, that it could be the sign that the recession is emerging. So do you ever remember? What was,
not after.
Ooh, that was like a nervous laugh. What
No,
was
because
that?
I'm just thinking like.
That's a nervous. That's like a. Yeah, you just had a tick or a twitch over there.
I did.
That was a.
I did. I guess I just, had too much wine this weekend because no, I have no recollection of sending you that.
I saved this.
Give me a little hint.
Well, this was late last week. You sent me an item, and listen, it's not like a time-sensitive story. It's just kind of interesting. You sent me a little story about Americans' choice of this consumer product could be a sign that a recession is emerging. And essentially, it's American consumers will skimp on like everyday essentials. You know what was told to me a long time ago? Hey, Procter & Gamble, that's a good stock to own because everyone needs, shaving cream. Everyone needs the shampoo. And, of course, Procter & Gamble. Hey, Fester, bring up Procter & Gamble brands. Just, Procter & Gamble, P&G, huge company, like Unilever. I mean, they own just all kinds of stuff. Colgate, Palmolive, another one of those type companies where they just own all kinds of consumer products that we use every day. So here we go. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty good. All right, stop. All right, let me
They
do
have so many categories.
Yeah, let me do the scrolling. So, like, for instance, P&G, their brands like Love's, Pampers,
They've cornered the whole diaper market.
Bounce, Cheer, Downy, Era, Gain, Tide, detergents, Bounty, Charmin, Puffs, always discreet.
That's the kind I use.
Yeah, that's what Tampax. Tampax and Always, the same company. Those are all P&G. Braun, Gillette. Look at the brands they own. Venus by Gillette. That's the lady shavers. My God. Aussie, the shampoo, Head and Shoulders, Herbal Essence, Old Spice, Pantene, Cascade, Dawn, Febreze, Gain. I mean, look, all these brands. Mr. Clean, Swiffer.
All owned by Procter & Gamble, none of which are edible, right? They don't make any.
No, of
food.
course. No, I think they do. I think they own some food stuff as well.
Okay.
Hold on. The scroll is never ending. And then there are all kinds of foreign brands. Here's the oral care. Crest.
Well, okay, I remember what.
Now you remember.
I remember.
All right.
But I thought we talked about this, but we didn't talk about this. We just talked about something being stolen from. Okay.
You might have talked about it in your head.
Yes.
So they own Crest and Oral-B, a Scope mouthwash. Align, that's a probiotic. Pepto-Bismol. Hang on a minute. I think I got the Pepto-Bismol jingle in here somewhere.
They own that jingle.
Oh, yeah. They own this.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Hey, Procter & Gamble.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Hey. So they own Pepto-Bismol.
Is this not a monopoly of a company?
They own Prilosec, Vicks. I mean, look at this list. Hang on, I got to find my mouse again so I can keep scrolling. Then, Gillette Ivory, Native Olay, Old Spice, Safeguard, Secret.
Native, that's that super expensive
Yeah, that's my
deodorant that
my
Roxanne
deodorant.
uses.
Oh, that's the stuff you dropped on the floor the other day because
Yeah.
you were applying it live on the air. I'm like, what are you doing? And you then said nothing, and you dropped it on the floor.
Nothing.
And
Whoops.
Native, is
It's
that
so hot in here.
Is that the deodorant that's like $10 a pop?
12.
$12.99 at
What the really?
at Club Pub.
That is ridiculous. I buy my deodorant is not apparently a Procter & Gamble product. My deodorant that I buy, and I generally buy a dozen at a time. I want to buy like a whole year and change worth, and I buy the Sure unscented. That's the deodorant antiperspirant that I buy, Sure unscented, and I think I pay like $1.89 a piece if you buy them like at Walmart or Target. You know, I think that price is pretty low. I'm buying very effective stuff, and you're buying stuff for $12. You're buying
It's my armpits. I mean, you got to be careful what you put on your armpits.
That's a fact.
Oh, you're into the whole aluminum thing, right?
No, our armpits are like, I've told you guys this before. There's something magical about them that people haven't really tapped into yet.
You want to hear something magical with Froggy's armpits?
What, my movie with the armpit of death?
No, you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not doing too bad today, huh?
Oh, yeah, and it's a Monday. Usually it's like pit out Monday, and
Oh,
everybody
wow.
sweats like a pig
Well,
in here,
not
but it's not
bad.
that
Well,
bad.
two things. There's not a pool of perspiration in Froggy's, but
Well, it's not hot in here.
Don't you do the armpit noises as well?
Oh, yeah, the armpit fart.
dude,
I'm the king of the...
Dude, that's what I'm
That's
getting at.
magical.
That.
What song is this, ready?
Dude, I was hold on a
What
minute.
song is this?
Wait, stop. Hang on, wait a minute. No, hold on. I was setting you up, and you didn't even take the bait. I was setting you up.
You didn't see the armpit fart coming the whole way?
No, I thought you were talking about my movie I'm going to make.
How do you not see that? Roxanne says that armpits are magical, and then I talk about Froggy's
magical armpits.
Oh, well, you always make fun of me for sweating so much, but I could also armpit fart with the best of them.
Froggy's musical armpit. So,
What song is this?
all right, go ahead. Oh, you know what? We ought to go to phones on this.
Huh? What's that?
Hold on. Do it again.
right,
Is it
ready?
you? Oh, I think I know.
tell you,
Try to
let's
do it. Listen to it in your
hang on.
head.
Let's open up the phones on this. What song is Froggy playing? And I didn't even get to the story on why I'm talking about P&G.
This
Hold
is so
on.
easy.
While we solicit calls, I'll finish the story on why we're talking about all these consumer products in the first place. All right. So, Froggy.
You want to play Name the Armpit Fart?
Yeah, go ahead and play your armpit
Okay.
magical song. Go ahead.
Ready? What is this song?
Go.
It's so easy. I just texted it to you guys.
All right. So,
Do you guys know?
I totally
hold
know.
on a minute. Let our callers play the game. I think we just came up with a new contest.
Oh my God, Roxanne knows it.
Froggy's musical magic. You know what it is?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, and I was like, what is that? What is that? Hang on, let me look at the text real quick. Let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. What song did Froggy just play on his armpit? 800-990-1047. Let's go. Fire up the phones. Froggy, do it one more time. Go.
Oh, man, this is tiring.
All right.
It's not exactly easy.
Yeah.
here we go.
It's like a workout. Go ahead.
I have no
That's
idea.
pretty amazing.
I have no idea.
Thank you.
What's-
It really is a talent.
Folks, what song is that?
I have no idea.
Look at your phone.
How do you not know that?
I don't know.
I played it. I didn't even play the notes
I
right.
don't listen to fart radio. I don't know.
Let's go to the phones.
Radio.
Let's go to the phones right now. 800-990-1047. What song did Froggy play? One more time.
Oh my God. Yeah.
One more. All right. What song is Froggy playing on his armpit? 800-990-1047.
Let me get a better angle here.
MJ, you know what it is?
Hang on, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it. I heard it
Hold on.
that time.
Now you know what it
Now I
is.
know what it is. I
MJ,
heard
do you
it.
know?
I know because you just
Texted it to you.
texted. But now that I knew I recognized it.
Yeah.
And now I know what it
Oh
is.
my gosh!
Do
I
the
heard
people
it.
know is the question.
All right, let's go to phones. I didn't finish up my story on the consumer products.
We'll get to it.
We'll
We'll
get
get
to
to
Hang
it.
on, I'll finish that up in
This
a
is more
second.
important.
All right. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
This is Fred.
Fred, where are you calling from?
St. Pete.
And Fred, what song was Froggy playing on his armpit?
I'm thinking it's Funky Town.
Funky,
Oh.
Funky Town.
Wait, is that an armpit joke?
Man, your armpit smells like Funky Town. No, it's
not that, sir.
It's not Funky Town. But thanks so much for playing along.
Could you play Funky Town so we could differentiate?
How's it go?
All right, let me go. Let me go to the next line. This is Mike. Mike, where are you calling from, buddy?
Tampa, Florida.
Mike, what song did Froggy just play with his armpit?
It sounds so easy. I don't want to embarrass myself, but is You Give Love a Bad Name?
Yeah.
You got a new category for a show now. There you go.
Hold on. I didn't hear what you said, Mike. Say that again.
I said you guys got a new category for the show now.
I think it's a whole new bit. It's Froggy Armpit Magical Fart Song of the Day.
Yes.
All right.
I can't believe he missed the segue though. You was giving him an intro to his arms and he almost dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, sir.
Look at it.
I think I made up for it and then some.
Mike knew what I was doing.
He definitely did. He made up for it. Yeah.
Mike,
He
listen.
didn't drop it. How about that?
Mike, great to have you as a listener. Thank you, pal.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you guys. You guys have a great one.
You too.
Thanks,
Look at that.
Expert in fart sounds.
Yeah, thanks for laying into Froggy for no reason, Mike.
And then quickly, the whole reason we brought this thing up in the first place is Americans' toothpaste choices. Americans' toothpaste choices. That's why we brought up consumer products and we went through the whole list of P&G items. But it's Americans' toothpaste choices could be a sign a recession's emerging because Americans are buying fewer personal hygiene products and they're also opting for cheaper brands. So buying cheap, like for instance, if you buy like Pepsodent, it's cheaper than buying Crest. There are brands that the toothpaste is just cheaper.
There's also cheaper stores. I bought my toothpaste from the Dollar Tree.
Oh,
They got Aquafresh.
Ooh, yeah.
They got, what's that red one?
Colgate?
Close up.
Close
Up.
Yeah, close up.
They
Yeah.
got Close Up
Yeah.
at the $1.25 store.
Yeah,
Dollar Tree.
I want red toothpaste, stains everything.
Hell yeah.
So I use Arm & Hammer. I use Arm & Hammer baking soda and peroxide. I've been using that forever.
At the dollar store, they just have arm.
All right, 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. So there we have a new contest. We're going to do Froggy once a week. We'll do Froggy's.
Ooh, we'll call it I Fart Radio.
I fart radio. Love it.
We need an app.
Yeah. All right. When we get back, we'll start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We got to find out about Roxanne's girl date. Froggy. Roxanne had the big girl date.
Yeah, I got to hear the
with Lee Spann from
Yeah.
Channel 8.
I just sent you guys a picture.
Yeah, got to get details on that. Also, we have an interesting little Wimbledon observation. We'll get to that coming up. And hey, surprise serial killer. What? Can you imagine that? I had a whole conversation with Michelle about this. Surprise serial killer. All right, hold on. We'll get to all of it next. Long loaded segment coming up in moments on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Oops, 7:26 now. All right, I'm running just a few minutes late. You know, I like to be into our hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ by like 7:23, 7:24. Don't worry, I'll make it up on the other end. We're getting a full hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ starting right now. And of course, at 9 o'clock, the window opens between 9 and 9:20. I'll give you the next $1,000 song in the MJ Cash Stash contest. I'll give you a song title. You listen for that song to play anytime later today before 6 o'clock. And if you're the seventh caller, you win $1,000, just like our 5 winners last week. Another $1,000 today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we'll do it again next week, the week after. We're just blowing out some serious cash here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, so Fester just showed us a little wadded up piece of paper. And Fester just asked us a question. Hey.
I didn't say it like that.
All right,
like,
so how did you say it?
I said it more like, hey.
Oh, yeah. It's so different. Yeah.
No, so there wasn't any big Powerball winners this weekend in Florida.
Yeah, I think I heard, like, first of all, the jackpot did not go. So the Powerball jackpot, the Saturday drawing, no one had all the numbers and the Powerball, so it rolls over to tonight. The next Powerball. Wait a minute, are we blocked again now?
No, because watch this. Here, if I go to Powerball.com,
yeah,
it comes up with this network administrator. However, if I go through Google.
Yeah, well, it used to be blocked through Google as well, so now the Google's unblocked.
So I type Powerball.
Right, all right.
And then it's like 900 million now, right?
Yeah, so Powerball with no jackpot winner on Saturday night, that rolls to $900 million estimated jackpot. Tonight, the drawing is in 15 hours, 31 minutes, 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Very exciting.
7. Yeah, so estimated $900 million jackpot. The cash value sits at $465.1 million. There were some $1 million winners in a variety of states, but Florida had no $1 million winners. And Fester a few minutes ago said, hey, were there any decent winners in Florida on Powerball? And then he whips out his ticket, I presume.
Yeah.
And it is a washed and dried mess.
I folded it and then folded it again and put it in my pocket like on Friday. And I guess I washed the pants over the weekend.
You do laundry? You washed them or Allison washed them?
Well, she washes them on her schedule. And if I want something sooner, best go wash it yourself.
I have no idea how the washing machine works in my house. I have no idea how the dishwasher works in my house. And we've been in our current house for 18 years. And I have never touched the washer and dryer nor the dishwasher once.
Okay, that says a lot because you seem like the kind of guy that wants to know how everything works and pull it apart, kind of like a meth addict. I know you're not a meth addict, but I mean, you're
like a meth addict.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I got a story to tell. I took Julian along for a Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office ride-along yesterday.
No way.
Yeah, so Julian's 18 now. We got to sign the form, and I took him out yesterday. So you want to talk about some tweaking meth heads? Hold on. We got a story to tell. I want to get Julian on later on. He loved the ride-along with HCSO yesterday.
Oh, could there be a career switch for him?
Yeah, he was no more movies. He's gonna
No.
Or it's all cop movies.
Yeah, he'll shoot. He'll go to work for Cops or Live PD or whatever they're called now.
That'd be safe.
All right, so here's the deal. Unbelievable stories. Julian saw a nice active day yesterday. A little taste of stuff. So we'll get to that. So Fester, let me see your ticket.
There you go.
Yeah, but you might have a $2 winner, a $3 winner. When I bought my tickets for Saturday's drawing on Saturday afternoon, when I bought my tickets, I had my old tickets from, Wednesday, right? Because Powerball is Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And I cashed in my tickets. I had $12 worth of winning tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I parlayed that baby. So I had Fester. I'm looking at Fester. You can't see this. I don't know how you.
I don't know. I lost it.
So this thing's coming apart in pieces right now. I'm holding it up, and you can see some of the numbers, but some of them are all, I don't know how this ticket, if this were a winning Powerball ticket that Fester washed and dried, I think you'd be screwed, dude.
Yeah, I'd be out of luck, man. I don't know what the numbers are. I didn't record them.
You would not be the next Edwin Garcia, whatever that guy's name was out in Cal with that disputed win.
Edwin Castro.
What'd I say?
Garcia.
Oh, Edwin Garcia.
Edwin Castro.
Edwin Castro.
Castro.
Thank you. Edwin Castro.
The $2 billion winner out of California.
And then, of course, he's being challenged and sued. The claims that he stole the ticket from somebody. Anyway, Fester, this ticket is a mess. How about you be a little more responsible with your tickets? How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Would you like this? Or you want me to throw this away?
I mean, you can keep it.
I'm just going to throw this away.
It's trash now.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you.
Just eat it, Fester.
No, you know what'd be funny? Why don't you get in your car right now?
Try to redeem it.
Go to Wawa or is there? I know you do commercial for Circle K.
Circle K, yeah.
Is there a Circle K right nearby? Oh, there is. Yeah, Circle K is right out the back entrance, right at near Gandhi and MLK. Roosevelt and MLK.
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't you walk into Circle K right now?
I will. Yeah.
And
that's what I wanna do.
hey, can you check this ticket and see if it's a winner? And it's a washed and dried mess from Fester's pocket. It's like pocket lint now.
I want to piss off the manager, Shelly, over there.
Is it Shelly?
Kidding me? I know all the managers.
Oh,
at
you do?
Circle K's.
Look at that.
I'm regular.
All right, and then Mega Millions, that thing's up to $640 million.
Ooh.
And the next drawing on that's tomorrow night.
So there's really no bad drawing. They're both over 500 million, which is my barometer for showing any interest in the lottery.
Those are pretty big numbers.
It's all a waste of money.
Pretty big numbers.
Still at the Edwin Castro, mister.
Hey, Roxanne.
Feel like the Abraham Shakespeare.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's probably a better example than mine.
Whenever we talk about lottery, that's the only thing Froggy
That's it.
ever brings up.
I don't want it.
Is
bad luck.
Shakespeare. Remember, he won like 20-something million or whatever in a Florida lottery. That's some years ago. And then his girlfriend killed him and buried him in the backyard.
Dee Dee.
What was it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
So Dee Dee's back in the news.
Yeah, she
wants a
is.
new trial, and the judge is like, Psh, tough luck.
Sorry, Dee Dee.
Sorry, Dee Dee.
Pretty crazy story.
Killing Abraham.
Roxanne,
Yes.
she went out with Lee Spann on Friday. Now, listen, folks, don't read anything into it. Roxanne is married to Dig Dug, and Lee Spann's married to her husband. But
Who's thinking that? Nobody's thinking that.
it was because it was a girl date.
Nobody. It's a lunch.
Yeah, it's a lunch together.
I go to a lunch with another guy. Don't worry.
We're not doing it.
The other guy doesn't swing that way. Fester's out of luck.
So if you don't know the story, Roxanne, for years on the program, I can't believe that we're going to be back 3 years. Come October 5th, the MJ Morning Show is back 3 years. You know, I was at Publix on Saturday. I had to go grab a couple of things. We had some friends over for like dinner and a movie. I had to grab a couple of oranges for the old fashions that I made, and they were spectacular. Oh,
Let me guess, best ever?
they were
Best
fantastic.
old fashions in the world?
Why are you picking on me, man?
I'm not picking on you. It's just
So-
everything you make, you're like, it was the best
So
ever.
I like to make an old fashioned with rye.
Ooh, any bitters?
Of course.
Duh.
Yeah, Regan's as well as Angostura. So I
don't know what a bitter is.
And then Michelle sat there with a chip on her shoulder. So double bitters.
Literally a Lay's potato chips.
So I use Rittenhouse rye. And it's not expensive, and it's delicious. So Rittenhouse rye, old-fashioned, my simple syrup, my Rittenhouse rye, then 2 different types of bitters. You have Regan's bitters, and then you have the Angostura.
Okay.
All right, that's really
Thank you
interesting.
for your entire recipe for old fashions.
Tom Cruise from Cocktail over here.
But you got to have... you're mocking me over here?
I mean,
You're going through ingredients.
You want me to sing Kokomo over here?
Yeah, please do.
Wasn't Kokomo from the Cocktail soundtrack?
Yes,
of
of
course. Please, were they riding the horses?
So we had friends over, and I had to stop and get some stuff. And the cashier at Publix, the checkout woman at Publix, says, MJ, I'd know that voice anywhere. And I said, so you listen every morning? No. I'm like, did you know we were back every morning on Q105? No.
Oh, come on.
So I took my register receipt, I grabbed the pen, and I wrote down MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7. You know, it's still amazing the number of people that still don't. I mean, our audience is huge, but still our growth potential is even greater because there are still people that don't realize we're back. And we're back!
For 3 years.
Yeah. So I had to write down for the cashier at Publix that we're back and say, oh, my God, I'll listen every morning. I miss you guys.
I'll cherish this receipt forever.
Yeah. So where was I?
Roxanne.
Roxanne
had her lunch.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Roxanne, I know, because I was saying since we've been back for almost 3 years now, whenever we'd have the TVs in the studio and one of the TVs on Channel 8, and during the morning local news, Lee Spann, the meteorologist that does mornings on Channel 8, would pop up. And then Roxanne's like, wow, I'd like to be friends with her. She sounds like she'd be fun to hang out with. And then Froggy, after hearing this for nearly 3 years, Froggy reached out. Did you hit her up on social media, Froggy?
I just said, hey, I have a crazy request.
Did you say, hey, it's Froggy from the MJ Morning Show?
Oh, yeah, I said that. And then she's like, what's up? And I'm like, well, we have a crazy girl in our show that's obsessed with you. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, she's a big fan. And she was like, yeah. And I said, I'm going to pass it over to MJ now.
And did you tell her that Roxanne always says, I'm Roxanne. I'm your friend to the end.
Yeah.
So
Never said that. Never uttered those words.
Now, Roxanne met up. We had Lee Spann on last week, and then Roxanne and Lee Spann had a little lunch date.
Okay, it wasn't a lunch date. It was happy hour.
Yes,
happy hour.
Yes. So
I thought you guys were going for lunch to the meat market at 11:30.
We went to, I work later than that. So we went to meat market we went there about 4:00.
Ooh, nice.
And so this is kind of funny, MJ, to your point about kind of clarifying, okay, this wasn't like a date. I realized how strange the situation is when I was in the break room at work after you guys left. And Ron, our GM, comes in and he's like, what do you have going on this weekend? And I said, well, I'm going to meet a girl a little bit later this afternoon. I like her because I see her on TV, and the guys set us up on a friendship luncheon happy hour thing. And he just kind of stares at me and goes, are your husbands going? No.
I gotta get our new GM to listen to the show.
Yeah.
He goes,
he doesn't even know who we are.
He's like, is it like a play date? I said, no, just the two of us. And he was like, oh, okay. So you realize as you're trying to explain this to someone that it does sound weird.
All right, let's talk about the meeting. So you met for happy hour at 4:00?
Yes, at
and
4:00.
Where was it?
At Meat Market.
So you did meet at Meat Market.
We did. And I didn't even realize Meat Market doesn't serve food until 5:00. So I had no idea. So we sat at the bar, and she is lovely. She's very beautiful on TV, but she's even prettier in person.
She looks good in that picture. I'll give her that.
And she just is a very classy.
So what's the if one thing to know about Lee Spann from Channel 8? What's one thing that we should know?
Well, the first thing I told her is I said, listen, whatever we talk about, you don't have to worry. I'm not going to talk about it on air.
What are you talking about?
What?
Of course we got to talk about what you talked about on the air.
Private, anything, what? I didn't want her to think that I'm taking notes and everything's going to be regurgitated.
Like when she showed you her eczema patch on her shoulder. I'm like, what's so top secret you can't share it with us, Roxanne?
No, what I learned about
did you do
her.
on this woman the first time you meet her?
You took a picture. Show me the picture so I can hold it up to MJTV.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you on your phone.
Oh, where is it?
It's right there.
It's in our group text.
Hold on. It's
here. I have it on.
You two look like the best.
Hey, I'll bring it up on my thing.
But it really was a cool experience, and I highly recommend it to people. You don't really go on French. Her husband was calling. He was texting her how's your girl date going? You don't really go on sort of set up friendship things.
I'm holding the image up.
And it was fun.
I'm holding it up to MJTV right now. Andrew, is that a good position? Is that a good shot? Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, so right here, I'm holding up the image to MJTV. Of course, you can watch the show live anytime. Watch the show live. You go to mjmorningshow.com. On the top of the page, you'll see MJTV. And from 6 to 10, you just click on the watch live little graphic. You can watch us live. And then, of course, you can replay the show anytime you want. You can go back and listen to old shows, archive shows. So I just showed the image up on the MJ TV camera.
This had to have been so weird for Lee.
Oh, stop.
And her husband calling mid-meal, how's your girl date? That was her.
How's this?
Get out of
he probably said, "How's that psycho stalker?"
I mean, that's the break glass in case of emergency phone call.
Yes.
If she would have said code word Albuquerque, he would have been up front in 20 seconds getting her out of there.
Code word Albuquerque.
No, well, originally she said she had to pick him up from the airport, and so I thought, okay, I like her style. She's setting boundaries. All right, I'm only gonna, I've got an hour and X amount of time with this crazy stalker person.
She already set up the exit time.
But then we didn't use it because then she was like, oh, his flight's not coming in until such and such time.
Oh,
so
but
we ended up
she had
later.
a way out if you were really a wacko.
But you know what? I mean, I commend her for that. That's something
That's
that
great.
you should do. What I learned about her that I found the most interesting, and I mean, this makes sense because of her job, is this just learning about that whole early morning news schedule, the sleep schedule, and it's intense. She's
What
very
did you learn about waking up early that you don't already know?
Well,
It's a
they get
different
up at
world.
2:30.
What do you mean
yeah.
it's a different? Well, if you're on TV, it's a little
It's a
different.
different world.
You're on TV at what, 5?
All right, so what? Give us and our listeners.
Give us some tea, some
Give
juice,
us some
dirt.
details on the differences of you doing morning radio and
Right.
waking up early, and Lee Spann on Channel 8 doing TV and waking up early.
Well, the way she sets her schedule up, she wakes up at 11:30 at night.
What?
Yes.
What?
That's when she starts her day.
No.
Yeah,
That's a
it
bust.
is.
Why is that?
It is. Because she wants to do things before she goes to work.
What?
No.
You
This
can't
can't be
do
real.
normal
It's
stuff
real.
at midnight
right?
and 1 and 2 in the morning.
If
Right.
you're watching the weather.
Hey, I
you
want to
can.
get a new
Yeah.
dress. Let me go to Dillard's 2 in the morning. Is Dillard's open? Let me go to the
dinner,
mall.
honey. I booked this at 1 a.m.
Yeah. I've got a 1 a.m. table at.
You're going to a rave in Ybor City at a nightclub.
We got dinner at Olivia.
Are you sure how drunk were you? You sure it was 11:30?
So you really got some nerve, Roxanne, scheduling something for 4 o'clock
Well,
in the afternoon.
yes.
That's she's yawning, looking at you why am I here?
That's normally her bedtime. Her bedtime is 4:30. So she was a trooper.
This is insane.
She was a trooper.
So bedtime is 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
She lives in a reverse world.
She's intense,
Wow.
regimented, sticks to her schedule, and so I loved hearing about that.
Wow.
11:30 wake up call.
That's when
It's
she
time to get
starts
up. The Tonight Show starting.
I am shifting gears.
What? Fallon's done with the monologue. I'm late. Oh no!
All right, moving
So
along.
thank you guys. Thank you again.
No problem.
Moving along. I really don't care much about tennis, but Michelle, my lovely wife, she was kind of into the whole Wimbledon thing, and I was out doing the ride along with the HCSO yesterday with Julian. With the sheriff's office, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. And, Michelle's at home on the couch in the living room. She's watching Wimbledon, and she's, all excited. She texts me, oh, my God, Djokovic just smashed his tennis racket. So Djokovic, who lost, I'll get to that in a second, Djokovic takes his tennis racket. He got pissed, and he smashes it against the post, holding one of the one side of the net. And his racket just explodes. It's all smashed. There are pieces on the ground. He put a dent into the wooden post that holds the net on the right side for him.
Oh, no.
Obliterates his tennis racket. Anyway, things ultimately did not work very well for him because Djokovic lost to this 20-year-old Spaniard who clearly has a massive career ahead of him. Carlos Alcaraz is the new...
It's Alcatraz, dude. Get it right. Guy's going to be a future star.
No, it's Alcaraz.
No, I was watching. I'm pretty sure it's Alcatraz.
No, it's not. It's
I was watching it on the TV where the Prince was there and everybody. And Brad Pitt was even there.
Was Brad Pitt there and the Prince?
Mhm.
And
Yes.
Alcatraz. That's his name.
It's Alcaraz. There's no T in it. It's not Alcatraz.
It's Alcatraz.
It
I'm
is-
telling you, it
Dude,
is.
it's
I
not-
saw it on the Today Show.
It's not Alcatraz. It's Alcaraz.
You're an idiot. It's Carlos Alcatraz. It's the one I watched yesterday. My kids love tennis.
It's ALCAR.
ARTRAZ. Alcatraz.
It's ALC.
And that's a pretty kick-ass name for an athlete. I mean, a tennis guy?
Named after a prison island.
If you were a football player and your name was Alcatraz, that'd be kick-ass.
Dude, it's
but this weenie little Spanish guy, I'm in Alcatraz.
The guy who won Wimbledon's the weenie?
Dude.
Alcatraz?
Andrew, quickly. I know this is find me some sound bites quickly. Find some sound bites of like TV folks.
Well, yesterday they were saying Alcatraz.
They were not saying Alcatraz on TV. Michelle recorded Wimbledon and showed me Djokovic taking his tennis racket and smashing it.
It's Djokovic, by the way.
It's weird.
That's no
Weird Al Yankovic.
I've never heard of Djokovic, but I know Djokovic, but I know that Carlos Alcatraz is a champion.
It's Alcaraz.
Maybe it's Alcatraz. Maybe that's his nickname.
It's not Alcatraz.
It's Alcatraz
It's
because he
Maybe that's what
escaped
people-
the grasp of Djokovic.
Hang on a sec. Andrew, where's this from? Andrew, okay, play it. All right, Andrew's got a clip from ESPN. All right, play it. Go.
Carlos Alcaraz.
See?
He
just said it.
To dethrone Djokovic at Wimbledon.
Dude, don't talk.
See, this is the headline. Djokovic couldn't escape Alcatraz.
Yes.
See?
That's the headline.
That works so good.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's Alcaraz.
Listen, Alcatraz.
MJ, play it one more
I'm a
time.
tennis guy.
All right, MJ, play it one more time, Frog. You don't say.
I love fuzzy balls.
Here we go.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Alcatraz,
is
yes.
the special
No,
one.
it's Alcaraz.
Don't tell me.
it's not
My kids are in the business.
What do you mean your
play
kids are in the
tennis.
business?
They play tennis.
Yes,
they know.
They play at the club.
Carlos Alcaraz is
Alcaraz.
I heard a T. Play it again.
It's no T in it.
Play it again.
Carlos Alcaraz is the special one.
I heard a trash.
Did you just go to?
All right,
He's just hearing T's
They
in
show
his,
just
in
put
your
his
head.
name up and they misspelled it. They said Alcaraz.
They just had the graphic wrong on the Today Show.
Because yesterday all day it was
You
Alcatraz.
mean they actually spelled it like it's really spelled?
I'm like, finally,
It
a
was
cool
never
name.
Alcatraz.
I'll tell you, if this was a swimmer named Alcatraz, that'd really be something.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Why?
hold on. Andrew's got 2 more sound bites. Hold on, mate. Play it. This is from CBS News. All right. Here's Andrew's going to play CBS News.
Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz met for the second time.
That's CBS News.
Fake news.
Alcaraz.
Fake news. Fake news.
It's
Fake news. It's Alcatraz.
Wait, hold on. What do you have now? The Tennis Channel.
Oh, they don't
what do
if-
they
what do they-
know?
yeah.
If anyone's going to get it right, it's the Tennis Channel. All right, roll it. Hit it.
We are now so happy to welcome the champion onto our DraftKings desk, Carlos Alcaraz.
Alcaraz.
That guy's drunk, obviously. Did you hear him?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Alcaraz. All right, that's it.
I mean, dude, if you work for the Tennis Channel, you are drunk last night. Wimbledon's like your Mardi Gras and your Christmas, and you're all wrapped into one.
Did you like my fuzzy balls joke?
Unfreaking believable. Yes, we got your fuzzy balls joke.
I used to have a shirt that says, I love funny fuzzy balls. On the back it said, tennis. I wore it to school and I got in trouble.
You wore that to Tampa Catholic?
Yeah.
You
And
wore...
my buddy Mike DiPaolo wore a Big Johnson shirt where an elephant was going under a bench and it went through a guy's and it looks like a big elephant trunk wiener. You remember Big Johnson?
I thought the Big Johnson shirts were so funny back then. I was like, oh my God, look at this one. He has a fishing rod coming from his crotch. He's a fisherman, Mom. Can I get this one?
I got to get those again.
All right, so I only wanted to mention Djokovic smashing his tennis racket, and we get into this whole Alcaraz thing.
Alcatraz.
It's Alcaraz.
Well, Alcatraz is the thing
Anyway.
we got into.
That guy's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, let's shift gears to something a little creepy. Serial killer surprise! Surprise, surprise. I mean, can you imagine? Seriously, can you imagine that you wake up and your husband is a serial killer? I mean, this dude out on Long Island, this Gilgo Beach, it's Suffolk County, and this guy, this is a famous case. I mean, huge around New York. There are 11 bodies have been found. They've now tied this dude, Hewerman, Rex Hewerman. They've tied him to 3 definite and maybe a 4th, but there are still like 7 other bodies that were found. So they're going to be able to tie him to those as well. But can you imagine? Think about this. One day, everything's fine. Next day, your husband is arrested on a Manhattan sidewalk for being a serial killer and killing hookers.
It's just insane.
I mean, there's really no good way to find out about this, right? I mean, you wouldn't want to know.
Holy crap. So I was having this huge conversation with Michelle over the weekend, and she's like, is there any insurance policy that covers your husband being arrested for being a serial killer? I'm like, I don't think so. But
I mean, it doesn't cover the disability insurance wouldn't cover it.
I don't know. What about like a
loss
husband
of income? Or?
Husband interruption insurance? I don't know. I mean, you got business interruption.
I have disability insurance, and that covers income interruption.
Yeah, but is that not bizarre? You know, this dude was an architect. The dude is
a normal guy.
Well,
presumably.
Well, apparently not.
I wonder what buildings he designed.
Well, I saw a YouTube clip, and I think, Andrew, you found a little YouTube clip, right? So this guy, Rex Heuermann, is the Gilgo Beach serial killer, at least for 3 confirmed, maybe a 4th. And then again, are they going to tie him to like 7 others? Because like 11 bodies have been found along this area since like, I think 2010 or something to that effect. But this dude has been just living a normal life 10 plus years after he started killing sex workers. And who just chortled?
No, I'm just like blown away by it because it's like a movie almost.
Double life?
Yeah, it's like how do you live 2 lives like that?
Some of the details are crazy. How they caught him. Did you read or did you see how they caught this dude? It's really amazing police work. And I guess it took a new person in Suffolk County to really open the case back up and really drill into it. It seemed like the predecessor dropped the ball out in Suffolk County. It was like, out of sight, out of mind. But listen to this. This Rex Heuermann was an architect in New York, and there was like a YouTube interview with this guy. Listen, this is a guy that kills sex workers, kills prostitutes, and then buries them in burlap bags along the beach in Suffolk County on Long Island. Listen.
Tell us, who you are.
So the interview is asking this guy, people want to know who you are.
Tell us, who you are, where you're from, and how long you've been in New York.
Okay. Rex Heuermann. I'm an architect. I'm an architectural consultant. I'm a troubleshooter. Born and raised on Long Island.
I'm a freaking serial killer.
In Manhattan since 1987. I have one tool that's pretty much used in almost every job. And it's actually a cabinet maker's hammer.
Okay. Cabinet maker hammer. Okay.
It is persuasive enough when I need to persuade something.
What? Oh my God. I wonder if he killed the hookers with the cabinet maker's hammer.
That's what I'm Sometimes I have to be the heavy framing hammer.
The heavy framing hammer.
Other times I'm the lightweight hammer just to nudge things along.
Stop.
That sounds like a maniac.
Stop. Serial killer time.
It's almost like you're a serial killer or something.
This is nuts. So, a couple of the crazy elements. And again, Michelle was like infatuated with this story. And it's like, my God, his wife, he's got 2 kids. His daughter worked at the architectural firm that he owned in Manhattan. His daughter worked there, and daddy's a freaking serial killer killing hookers.
So this is the picture of the daughter on the company's website. And this is the guy's bio picture under the Who We Are page or Meet Our Architects page.
Yeah, Who We Are. Yeah, I kill hookers and bury them in burlap bags on Gilgo Beach on Long Island.
So he was, the one thing I didn't really understand is he just reaching out to the hookers on Tinder?
No.
How does that play in?
Wherever they were advertising. So here are some of the elements that I want to get to, and some of your questions will be answered. He was using burner phones. So the phone he was using to contact the sex workers, and wherever they were advertising, I would imagine it'd probably be like a lot of internet advertising. What was the one that the FBI shut down?
Backpage?
Yeah. So Backpage used to have like a whole like hooker. Well, it didn't say hooker section, but they used to have like a whole. What did they call it?
Was it escorts or
I can't remember what
or hookups or
whatever it was.
Casual encounters.
But, I mean,
not that I know.
But you've got you got these places online, and I don't know what. When Backpage went out of business, I'm sure there were other replacements out there or whatever the names of those sites were. So I would imagine the guy would meet these women, and the news reports that I saw, he would set up dates using burner cell phones. So not his regular cell phone, but then you look at some of the unbelievable cell phone data analytics going back years, and they were able to find that the cell phone would ping, the burner phone would ping near towers where the bodies were buried, but then also the burner would ping near Massapequa Park, Long Island,
where he lived,
and also would ping in Manhattan. So they were able to draw a line like Manhattan, Massapequa Park, Manhattan. And I used to take Chloe out to right at Massapequa, the Amityville line. I used to take Chloe out for indoor soccer for her soccer team she played for, Long Island Fury. I used to take her out to a futsal place, and it was the compact indoor soccer floors where they play the fast indoor because it helps them on the big field. So I used to drive right through Massapequa. I probably drove within a mile of this guy's house like 2 days a week sometimes.
What kind of architect was he? Does it say? Was it commercial? Was it residential or
I think
civil?
I think he did a little bit of everything, but he called himself a troubleshooter.
Troublemaker.
He said he would fix problems.
Trouble finder.
My God.
All right, what you need to do in this closet here is hang more nooses.
So
and hooks for your burlap bags.
They were able to, there you go. They were able to find the pings, Massapequa Park, and then New York, and I guess near where the bodies were buried. But then also, I think they were able to put together that the burner phone was pinging, but then another phone was pinging in the same spots constantly. So they were able to tie, I guess, his phone to the burner phone, and that was one of the forensic avenues. So he was using burlap bags. Oh, do you know this sicko? He was calling families of victims. So he would call the sex workers' families that he'd murdered and buried, and he'd call them and taunt them.
What?
Yeah, he would call up the families of the victims and taunt them on his burner phone.
Okay, he's a...
This is a very demented person.
Yes.
The guy's a sicko. And then also...
He sounds so normal in that clip.
They've been able to piece together that he searched, like, updates on the investigation of the Gilgo Beach sex worker killings. And he Googled, like, hundreds and hundreds of times looking to see over the years if there were any updates on the investigation. Were the police getting anywhere? So this dude, he left a big trail. And then this is what's amazing. They pretty much knew that they had their guy, but then for total, complete confirmation, they had some DNA evidence that was found on the buried, dead sex workers. They followed him, and he dropped off a little pizza box. He got a couple of slices at a pizza slice shop in Manhattan somewhere. So he had a couple of slices in the box, and he ate most of the pizza, but left some crust remnants. They followed him, saw him dump the pizza box, and somebody went to the trash can right on some street in Manhattan, retrieved the pizza box. They tested the crust for saliva DNA, matched it to hair found on one of the prostitutes, and then they absolutely had a lock that the DNA was 100% total match.
Oh my God, this has to be a movie.
I mean, hello.
So his wife's piece of hair was part of that DNA on the pizza box.
Yeah, so I think it was his wife, right? His wife's.
Yeah, so they dug in the trash cans outside of their house to find some of the wife's hair, his own wife's hair. Because that ended up at the crime scene.
But it was his DNA as well.
It was, correct, on the pizza box.
So I think he left some DNA as well. So some of his DNA, the pizza DNA, but then also, you're right, there was something about his wife's hair. So he must have had some of his wife's hair on him at some point, and that then got transferred during whatever he was doing with the sex workers. But unbelievable. And, Michelle, my lovely wife, just fascinated with surprise, wow. Dad's a serial killer who they've been looking for over a decade.
That's insane.
It is an absolutely insane story, and I would imagine it's going to be a movie.
Yeah.
So could he design a new prison now? Don't they use prisoners for labor and work
I
inside?
think making license plates and
I don't
making
know.
uniforms. I don't know if they're using prison labor.
I don't know. Andy Dufresne did all the accounting in Shawshank Redemption. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe the warden can use his talents.
I trust you, Andy.
Man, but I'll tell you right now, this dude is done. He's never going to. What does the family do? Does the family totally disown him? Do they go visit him in prison at all, or
just take like normal?
Hey, what about the architecture jobs that he had in the works? What about
the buildings he was a part of already? Those are serial killer buildings.
You see this wing here? Gilgo Killer designed it.
I think you.
Oh man,
tear him down.
I think you have a concern there. All right, so the Florida insurance. This is insane. Oh my God. Oh, it's 8:02, by the way. So about an hour from now, that opens up the window. Folks, make sure you listen every morning between 9 and 9:20 as we'll announce the MJ Cash Stash Song of the Day. So in about an hour, that opens the window between 9 and 9:20. I'll give you the next Cash Stash song. You listen for that song to be played during the course of the day, guaranteed before 6 p.m. When you hear the song play, you be caller 7, you win $1,000. Last week we gave away $5,000. We have another $5,000 to give away starting today. Then grand today, grand Tuesday. Got $1,000 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it'll be another $5,000 week. Oh, there was one other thing. Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot this. So the dude's house out in Massapequa Park, Long Island. And, if you're on the LIRR, you've got the Massapequa Park LIRR, the Long Island Railroad. And I took the train out with Chloe numerous times as well. So you got the Massapequa Park station. Then the next one is Massapequa. You got Amityville. All right. So it's not the Amityville horror. This is the Massapequa Park horror, apparently. The dude's house, he's an architect. The house is a wreck. The house is a dilapidated mess. Looks like it's all coming apart, falling down. The house is in total disrepair. And the dude's an architect. If any client saw this dude's house, who would hire this guy?
It's like the lawn guy who has the tall grass because he's so busy working on other people's projects.
It's a little worse than that.
So do you know his connection to near Hollywood royalty?
No.
He went to high school in Massapequa, Long Island, with renowned actor Billy Baldwin.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, the Baldwins are from Massapequa.
Alec, did you ever meet him?
No.
Oh, so he just went to high school with your brother, but you didn't know him?
No.
Okay.
Alec,
No.
Alec Baldwin.
Hey, Alec, would you like to shoot him? Yes.
All right. So he tweeted that he was in shock waking up to learn that his the serial killer was his high school classmate. They went to school together.
Yeah. They were, I guess, in the burner high school, and he ends up using burner phones. Oh my God! He went.
This is amazing.
Burner, BERNER, Burner High School, class of '81.
Oh no! The Burner High School mascots, the serial killers. Oh great! This guy.
It's Burner High School, and the guy used burner phones. That's insane.
This is awful.
All right. Where was I? Oh, my insurance. Folks, it's unbelievable. Don't cry for me. I'm just one of millions of Floridians that are having the same problem. The homeowners insurance deal in this state is out of control. The governor, the legislature, fix our insurance problem. So last week, we found out that farmers we're going to cancel you. Bum, 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 bum. So Farmers canceled 100,000 Florida homeowners policies. I'm sure we have listeners right now that just got canceled by Farmers. Now we found out also AAA. AAA is going to cancel homeowners policies. So I had AIG, and AIG, pretty top flight insurance company. They had they had a little bit of a mess with the financial crisis back in 2008. But AIG is a solid AAA rated insurance company. They canceled me. I got a cancellation notice back in, I think, January. So January, I get a cancellation notice that AIG, after like 12 years or 12, 13 years, they're canceling me because of Florida risk. I had 0 claims with them in my entire tenure. No claims, not one homeowner's policy claim in the entire time I was with AIG. They cancel me. Then trying to find, new insurance. My home, my first floor is at 11 feet 2 inches. When I built the house, we were A10, so we had to build to 10 feet. So my lot is about 6 feet above sea level. So I built the house another 5 feet above. I was only required to do 4. So I said, all right, if it's A10, I'm going to make it even better. I'm going to make it A11 feet 2 inches. So now they arbitrarily, they changed the elevation now. FEMA, now my area is A12. So I'm 9 inches below. And so now folks are saying, oh, you're negative elevation. They have to fix this, and they have to grandfather in these properties and not allow. So what's going to happen? So now the A12s that are being built now in the neighborhood, what they're going to go to what, A13 in a couple of years? Come on, they've got to fix this problem. So my insurance, it gets worse. So here's my new dilemma: 3:00 on Friday afternoon, I get an email from the insurance company. So I'm using I got a local, well-known, broker, but somehow this other company out of Jacksonville was brought in on the deal, and I've got this insurance company now called Frontline. So Frontline is my new, and they're not an A-rated. I think they're a B-rated insurance, or triple B, or whatever they are.
Isn't that the same tick medicine you use for your dogs?
Yeah, Frontline. It's for fleas and ticks.
We're going to take care of all your dogs' fleas and ticks, and we're going to protect your house in case of a storm.
Listen to this. So now I've got this Frontline insurance, which is a little below the rating that I typically want for an insurance company, but that's all I could get, and it was ridiculously expensive. So listen to this. They wanted to do an inspection on my home, so they send a guy over. That was like a month ago. And then I get this email on Friday, like a Dear Freaking John letter. I get an email that the insurance company Frontline, they're making these demands. You must get these solved by August 6th or they're dropping you. Are you ready for this? They want an entirely new roof put on my house by August 6th.
You better get to work.
What the heck? There is nothing wrong with my roof.
I noticed a couple missing slats when I came over.
There is nothing. I've got a clay tile roof. The underlying roof, of course, is a plywood roof with paper and hot mop. And then I've got the clay tile, which is decorative. So,
who was over there peeking at your roof trying to find missing stuff?
No, there's nothing missing on my roof. So they sent if you didn't hear what I said, no. They sent an inspector over. They a month ago. You weren't listening, were you? A month ago,
no, not at all.
I didn't think so. So I said a month ago they sent an inspector to my house, the new insurance company, to do a home inspection. And now, are you kidding me? It is insane. There's nothing wrong with my roof. So I call a roofer buddy of mine, and. And he says, oh, yeah, this is a racket. Some of these companies, it's like if your roof is 10 to 12 years old, some of these companies are demanding you get a new roof when there's nothing wrong with your roof. Listen, I am not putting a new roof on my house. I told my local insurance guys, I texted them over the weekend, and I said, cancel my policy. I don't want their freaking homeowners insurance. Oh, they want me to change out all the valves in every bathroom in my house. The under sink valves. There's nothing wrong with my under sink valves. It's like, I don't know what they're doing. You know, I could probably take phone calls here. Folks, who canceled you? What homeowners insurance company canceled you? I mean, I know that there are tons of people out there that are having similar issues to me, that you've been canceled. And again, I'm nothing special. I'm just another Floridian with homeowners insurance problems. So who's canceled you? Let me know. Call. I'd like to hear what's going on in your life, because this is a major issue. The homeowners insurance issue is affecting millions of Floridians, and I'm sure a ton of our listeners. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I'd like to hear your story.
And what you do about it.
Yeah. And what did you do about it? So you've been canceled. And then if you go to Citizens, see, I don't qualify for Citizens because my house is, the value is more than what Citizens will. So I don't even qualify for that. And then Citizens, I hear, is a nightmare to deal with.
I canceled Citizens.
800, well, that's really the insurance company of last resort. Why would you have Citizens in the first place?
I had Citizens for a long time, and I switched.
Why? Why wouldn't you have another? The Citizens is typically your insurance company of last resort when no one else will write you.
Because it was always the mindset was, okay, well, they're not going to run out of money to pay if they have to pay.
The story with them is to try to get money out of them.
Yeah, they don't run out of money because they don't pay very well.
All right, 800-9. Oh, look at every single line just lit up like a Christmas tree around here. So can you believe this? This front line tells me you need a new roof by August 6th. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? And I get like a Dear John letter.
So your policy hasn't started with them yet?
No, my policy started back on like May 20th or something.
And now they're sniffing around looking for things to be replaced.
Yeah.
All right, so Pat's calling in, first person in. I don't know if it's a Pat or a Pat, but they said they have had a very good experience with Frontline.
Pat, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning. We live in Citrus Park. I'm calling from Pasco County.
Yep.
We have been bumped a bunch of times. We've got a great home. It's one of those David Weekley 15-year-old homes. Didn't think anything was wrong with it when we got it. We've been bumped, canceled from a bunch of insurance companies just like you for no reason other than they don't want to have a bunch of coverage issues coming up.
Yeah, they don't want the risk is what they're doing.
Yep. So about a month before Ian happened, we had a good storm roll through, and it lifted some of our shingles and things like that. You know, those door-to-door roof guys come by.
Yeah.
Hey, we can help you get a new roof. If your insurance company doesn't want to help, throw me a couple $100. I can help them make it, right? They quote us $18,000.
Yeah, we got a bad sell, Pat. You're in and out.
$18,000 is what they charged you.
Yeah, wow.
So, who charged you? Who charged you $18,000?
Well, there's the thing. This typical Citrus Park Roofing or whatever company came in, wants to charge us $18,000. Then we say, we need to call our insurance about this. He gives me a new piece of paper that's $28,000.
Yeah. So listen, I know that there are a lot of Wambukis being pulled. That there are some companies that are there's an insurance roofing game that's being played. Yeah.
No.
I've heard about that racket as well. All right, Pat. So go ahead.
The new roofer. He came in. We got the whole house, 3,000 square feet, and the garage done for less than the insurance company appraisal through Frontline.
Yeah. So what the deal is, there's a racket going on where the roofers are giving a quote and then making the insurance company pay this jacked up rate is what's going on, right?
Bingo. However, Frontline did the same thing to us our first year. They sent me a memo about...
Hold on. Frontline said you need a new roof?
Well, no, they didn't send me a new roof, but they sent me a memo saying we need a new hot water heater or we're being canceled. I said, we replaced that a month ago.
Yeah, listen, I've been with Amica, I've been with AIG, I've been with USAA. Nobody has ever given me the business like this Frontline. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Pat, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, so look at all these people. Here's Tom in Thanodasassa. Apparently, Tom says he's been canceled by everybody. Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Doing great. So you've been canceled by everyone?
The people that I have to use now is Citizens. I'm mandatory at Citizens.
Yep.
They make a mandatory inspection every 2 years. I've had to replace every bit of I have a 1956 house. So the same inspector comes out, and it started with, okay, you got to replace this wiring. Now you got to replace the service box. I've had to replace my roof twice in 10 years because they say every 10 years it's mandatory you replace your roof.
That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You know, they have 35 years. I paid for the 35-year shingles. Now they don't call them. They call them lifetime. And I'm like, why the hell are they calling them lifetime? I had a complete roof redo.
Yeah. Hello, Governor DeSantis and Florida legislature. Fix these problems. We, the people, demand it.
Rick Scott started this, and so, well, I won't go back and how old I am.
Listen, and the politics are not part of this. This is not a Democrat, Republican thing. You know, folks know what I am angry, and it has nothing to do with the politics. It doesn't matter what you are, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, independent, they've got to fix this issue. Tom, thanks for the call. Kyle's in Tampa. Kyle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Doing well.
So I had Frontline Insurance. We moved in our house about 6 months after we moved in. We got a letter of cancellation in the mail because our toilet water valve, it looked like it had plier marks put on it, and they just dropped the policy.
For your toilet. So they're saying I got to replace every valve in my house, and we got a lot of bathrooms in my house. So they want every single valve changed. They want a new roof. Proof of everything. They want invoices, proof that it's been paid by August 6th, or they're canceling me. Guess what, Frontline? I'm canceling you. I'm going to self-insure. You know, listen, the facts are the facts. I don't have a mortgage on my place. I've had a couple of good years in radio. My house is paid off. I am going to self-insure. I don't need Frontline.
Yeah, it's getting out of control. $6 valve fixed the problem. Sent pictures to them, and they reinstated our policy.
Yeah, but they want a new roof. A new roof on my house. It will cost a fortune. A new roof, and they want it done by August 6th. Get the hell out of here. Kyle, thanks for the call. Let me grab Ray in Palm Harbor. Looks like Ray had a problem with the Good Hands people. Yeah. Is that Good Hands?
Like a good.
No. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide's on my side, right?
Yeah. All right.
Hey. On which side? I don't know which side they're on. I think they're in back of me.
Yeah. they're jamming. Hey, they're jamming it up your butt is what they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So Ray's in Palm Harbor. What happened, Ray?
I had a house in Dunedin on Scotland Street. I was 44 feet. I was not even a flood zone, nothing. 27 years. I had nationwide insurance, and this was about a year ago. And I got a letter in the mail saying they were canceling me, that they were trying to limit the amount of liability they had in the state of Florida, blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, but you figure if you're going to cancel, they wanted to get their policies down to $1 million in the state of Florida. That was what they told me. But you figure somebody that's never had a claim in 27 years, you'd want to keep. It's exactly the opposite. They said, if you haven't had a claim in 27 years, you're due. So that's why they canceled me, because they figured in that many years I haven't had a claim, so I must be due to have one.
So, Ray, Nationwide nailed you. So what do you have now?
I sold that house, moved up to Palm Harbor, and I own the house outright. I don't have any mortgage, so I just self-insure.
Yeah,
I'm not paid a ridiculous price.
Yeah,
I'm a semi-retired contractor, so I can do my own work.
Yeah, so I'm going to self-insure. I told my insurance company, cancel me. They want to cancel me. I'm canceling them first. Thanks for the call, man. Let me grab Sam in Tampa. Sam, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I just want to share with you my experience that my home in Tampa was insured by Lloyd's of London. And
I think you said Lloyd's of London, right?
Lloyd's of London got canceled, and now I've got to shop. And so my agent is shopping. The first one came back, $8,000. I said, what? And my point is, how do you expect the consumer to pay $8,000? That's $666 a month just for insurance.
Yeah.
So I went shopping, went on the internet.
Yeah, you don't want to even know what my insurance is. If you think 8,000 line, wait till you hear what I'm paying. Well, not anymore. I'll just take that money, put it in a fund, and that'll be my self-insurance fund instead of paying the jacked up ridiculous premium. For excess flood, I've always carried excess flood, so I've got the federal FEMA 250, and my excess flood used to be like I don't know, $3-4 grand a year, but it's a pretty high value house, and now they want like 40 to 50 grand for excess flood. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Well, what I did, MJ, is I went on the internet, started shopping myself. Meanwhile, my agent is looking also to compare. I want to compare apples with coverage and everything. I did come across an insurance company, and very nice. They're in the area. Everyone should just look into it, and it's called KIN.com. They cut out the middleman. You're dealing with the insurance company themselves,
right?
The consumer.
Well, I'll take a look, but I know that when I shop or my agent shopped, a lot of the well-known insurance companies, they're not even writing new policies in my zip code, in my area. They're just not writing policies, and it doesn't help that my home's on Tampa Bay. That doesn't help the process. But hey, listen, I'll look it up, Sam. You said KIN or KEN?
KIN.
All right, I'll take a look. Thank you, buddy. Let me grab Andy. Oh, what happened to there was a call on hold on the screener where the comments for the upcoming caller were, she's an insurance agent and was canceled. So she just dropped off. Hey, call us back. 800. I'm hanging up on Sam right now. I just opened a lineup. I got to move on, though. 800-990-1047. So if you can I want to hear from the agent that got canceled. All right, let me grab, I really got to move on here, but let me just grab Andy in Parrish. Andy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, MJ. How you doing?
Morning.
Yeah, this is a little story related to insurance, but back in 2011, our house got hit by a lightning strike.
Yep.
And to cut a long story short was, after I got the claim sorted, we had like $50,000 worth of damage. And that was the first claim we ever had in our lives. And then for 5 years after that, we could not get a policy written by any insurance company except the company that we were insured with originally, which was St. John's.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, did I miss something?
He's just having problems getting his policy because he had one claim over a lightning strike.
Yeah, and so now no one wants to write you?
No. For 5 years after that, MJ, I could only go with the original policyholder, which was St. John's.
Oh, I got you.
And of course, guess what happened? Oh yeah, it went up 5 times, so I was paying like $5,000.
Oh, geez. So they jacked your rate up. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Andy, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the call.
All right, but
have a great one. Listen, it's a massive problem. I could take these calls all day long, but I got to move on. This is affecting millions of Floridians, and the governor, the legislature. We need a special session. I mean, I know that they did something last fall. But what did it? It's getting worse. The insurance folks I know, the brokers that I know, are saying this is the worst they've ever seen. That is a total disaster. It's going to start affecting the economy because people are not going to move here because they can't get insurance. It's going to start affecting the economy in the state of Florida, and we need to stop worrying about picking fights with Disney, and we need to start worrying about millions of Floridians and the homeowners insurance debacle and disaster that's going on right now. It's really just a giant mess. All right, I got to move on. I could talk about this all day long, and
You're too fired up.
If I sound pissed, I'm pissed.
I mean, you should be.
All right.
I need a tranquilizer.
Do you?
Someone give me some trank. No, I'm kidding. Don't take trank.
Listen, we can get some.
Yeah, no, I don't want any trank.
I know a guy.
I don't want any trank. All right. Hey, Andrew, did I miss the voicemail of the Gilgo Beach killer? Did you have the voicemail? Did I get that?
Thought I put it up there.
Nah, hang on a minute, because we talked about that serial killer.
So we played the interview, and we mentioned that this.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I didn't play the voicemail. So let me go back for a second. Last hour, we were talking about this serial killer on Long Island, a husband, a father of two, an architect, that he turns out that he's been this serial killer that was killing hookers and sex workers. And then this was a crazy story. He left a voicemail. And I meant to play this when we talked about this about 45 minutes ago. Creepy voicemail left by accused Gilgo Beach killer Rex Heuermann, revealed by designer. A female business acquaintance of the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer, Rex Heuermann, revealed a creepy voicemail message yesterday that he once left for her. Interior designer Dominique Vidal said that she met the suspected murderer in a networking group for architects and designers, which led to a chilling chat in a Manhattan bar and several odd phone calls. Here, listen to this. This is the dude accused of killing the sex workers. Listen to the voicemail that he left for this woman.
Tell us, who you are.
Oh, hang on a minute. That's the wrong one. Hang on a minute. It is this one right here. Listen to this.
Hey, this is Rex from the BNI group. I actually heard you are no longer part of the group. I still wanted to talk to you. I had a question for you. And also wanted to touch base. So if you get an opportunity, you can always try me at the office. Or feel free to use my cell. Mine.
Gives the number out.
Hope you're doing good. Hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.
So that's this guy, right? But then also we're hearing that he was in some kind of a chat group and he was like asking questions about, what cold cases, what serial killer cases most interest you. This dude was like probing around the edges of, his life.
So we mentioned that he's an architect.
Yeah.
He owned the firm.
Yeah.
It was his company.
Yes, his daughter worked for him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. When you say he's an architect.
No,
he must be loaded, right?
No, it's not a huge firm. It's like a small firm, and it's not like a massive.
Is it Valet Industries?
It was not Valet Industries, no.
He's been in the architecture game in New York City for 30 years. Some of his clients include Catholic Charities.
Yep.
Sewer treatment plants.
Saw that.
American Airlines. Some stuff built at JFK Airport.
You want to know a little Froggy fun fact?
Oh, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to be an architect as a child.
Just like George Costanza?
I really did. I even interned at an architecture place, and I hated it.
Well, you're architecturing shelving designs, too.
There you go. It almost all worked out in the end.
It comes full circle. So, anyway, James Cameron is knocking down a rumor.
Uh-oh.
Some rumor got started, and he's denying it. The rumor was that he's working on a Titan sub film now, that James Cameron wants to put together the story of the Titan sub disaster.
He wants nothing to do with that.
Titanic director James Cameron says, no, the rumors are false. He has no intention whatsoever on doing a disaster movie based on Ocean Gate's Titan sub and the implosion, killing 5. So James Cameron is saying, no, that's just completely not true.
Hey, have you ever been to the Target store in Soho in New York City?
Who hasn't?
I have not.
Oh, because this killer designed the elevator and escalator system.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah, according to the New York Post.
What is this Wambuki racket? Listen to this. For like 4 or 5 days now, I'm getting texts about my appointment today at 9:15, and I always make appointments at 9:15 on a Monday morning, because I'm so readily available.
Smart.
And of course, I've got to give out the $1,000 MJ Cash Stash song about that time. So I've gotten now like 5 or 6 texts reminding me of my appointment at the Pinellas Tax Collector's Office, July 17th, 2023. That's today. So apparently I'm getting texts that I have an appointment at the Pinellas Tax Collector's Office today at 9:15 for driver's licenses and IDs at 1663 Gulf to Bay Boulevard in Clearwater.
Better get ready to go.
33755.
You're going to be late.
Yeah. Do they give you a link to click to sign up to be there?
There is a link, so I'm guessing that's kind of a scam. That's a racket, and I'm going to click the link, and I'm going to give them my social security number. Oh, I mean, I don't have an appointment with the Pinellas DMV or tax collector's office later today. What's this number? And it's an 833 number, which is the poor man's 800 number.
Or the 800 number after. Well, what'd you say?
What'd you say?
I said Anfester's weight.
If it was 333, that'd be accurate.
Yeah, it's 833.
I went to the extreme.
Yeah, 833. No, but you had 800, then you had 888, then 877, then 866, then 855, right? And now 833 for 800 for toll-free numbers. Which doesn't matter. With cell phones, everything's toll-free. I mean, it's all part of your plan these days. So I do not have an appointment at the Pinellas tax collector. So is anyone else getting these scam rackets, or did somebody put my phone number in inadvertently and it's some other number and it's not me, that it's a mistake? Or is it a racket?
I enter in other people's information every time I fill something out.
Hey, let me ask the listeners. We have a vast listenership. So is anyone else getting these texts from the Pinellas tax collector saying you've got an appointment for a driver's license or ID? Anyone else getting this? And you made no appointment. I don't need an appointment. If I look at my driver license, by the way, in Florida, it is a driver license, not a driver's license. My license is good until my birthday of January 24th, 2028. So my license is good until 2028. I don't need a new license. So I don't know what kind of racket this is. So if anyone is also getting this, call me up. I'd like to hear, if you know what this racket is, or if you clicked on their link. 800-990-1047. That's our number here. I'd like to hear if anyone else listening is getting this apparent phishing scam. Or maybe it's just somebody put in my number accidentally.
Yeah, that happens.
Off by 1 or 2 digits?
Or maybe someone is being a joker and they put my number in deliberately.
Just always put in this number, everybody, 813-310-8444.
Oh, yeah, that's Fester's cell number.
I've had guys text me thinking that they were women from the night before, and apparently they were given my number.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Stop it.
Oh my God.
I've gotten text messages from Indeed, the job search site,
right,
thanking me for registering because people put my number as the fake number. It's okay. I don't care.
What's Fester's cell phone number again?
Oh, it's 813-310-8444. It's right behind you if you're looking on camera.
You can text me anytime. It's okay, people.
Let me bring up the call screener, Fester, please.
Oh, sure.
All right. Let me grab line one.
Come on, Fester.
Hi, good morning. Who's this?
This is Orlando from Clearwater, Florida.
Hey, Orlando. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
I love being on your show. All right, so I basically have one. It's long, but it's not. I'm going to cut it short. I had a bunch of calls and texts and emails basically telling me, hey, you're having issues with your Amazon account. Hey, you're having issues with your email.
Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of rackets and phishing scams out there.
Yeah, and there was one that was really serious where it's like, there's an IRS. We messed up on your IRS, and we need you to call in to go ahead and send some information in so we can go ahead and give you your some of your refund back.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of scams out there. I mean, you name it, they're scamming. But you don't have the specific DMV one, though, right?
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Okay. Well, listen, hey, watch your phone. Maybe it's coming soon. Hey, Orlando, thanks for listening, buddy.
No problem. You guys have a great rest.
You too. All right, Linda's in Ruskin. Linda, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead, Linda.
Yes, I go to the DMV almost every day for the last 37 years. So somebody just has a similar number to you and hit one digit by accident. And so that's why they're sending you this message saying you have an appointment.
All right, so wait a minute. You say you work at the DMV?
No, I'm a title clerk. I have a title service to go to the DMV.
Oh, okay, because you're like, I've gone to the DMV every day for 37 years. Like, what? Well, that's torture.
Yeah, it is a torture.
All right, so the number that I'm getting the message from, 833-216-0096, you think that's real?
It is real, and it will stop as soon as your appointment time is over, and then it
You mean my appointment time that I don't have an appointment for?
Yeah, somebody does, and they probably will show up.
Right.
And for the appointment, it's just they gave your number. Probably by accident, they hit in one wrong digit.
Gotcha.
And they also used an email address, so they're also getting the notification to their email address. So somebody will show up. They just hit your phone number by accident.
All right, Linda, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling. Let me grab GW in Largo. Hey, GW, it's MJ. You're on.
MJ, I got the same identical one as you, the same identical appointment, except they've got me at my local on Starkey Road in Largo that I go to, so that's the only change in it.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't click on naturally.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on this damn thing. So you've got the same exact thing. Yeah, see, now this leads me to believe that my first inclination that it's a scam where you click the link and they fish for information is maybe accurate.
You know, the one they clicked, or for you when they gave it to you, is that the one you normally go to or deal with?
No, I listen. I live in South Tampa. I'm not going to Gulf to Bay, Pinellas County. I'm a Hillsborough County resident.
Well, they got me in Pinellas County for the exact one I go to.
Interesting. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the call. One more call on this before we move on. Ron is in Tampa. Hey, Ron, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, MJ.
Hey.
Friday I received the identical text, but from Hillsborough County, and it came in on my text, and it started out with a number up on the very top, 404 something, multiple digits. And in fact, it even gave me a position in the queue line to come in for driver's license and ID. And thank you for using our service and click on this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Not me. So I didn't click. In fact, I deleted it immediately because it didn't have, per se, a phone number.
Gotcha.
It was Hillsborough County this time.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate the call. So I'm inclined to believe. Now, Linda, I hate to dispute. Maybe you're right, but I just tend to believe that it's a racket because I just assume that everything's a racket.
Yeah.
You know, Fester walks in the studio door every morning. I assume something racket is happening.
Just by virtue of me working here, it's some kind of racket that
exactly.
I'm running.
All right, let me see if I can get Julian on. Because Julian did the ride along with me yesterday with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and man, what an eye opener for him. You know, hopefully he's awake, or we can jolt him awake. All right, calling Julian's cell phone, and he was like, "Oh man, this was cool. If I can't get him here, then I'll set him up for maybe tomorrow or later on during the show." But you know, these 18-year-old kids home for the summer. They sleep all day long. Oh, yeah, he's not going to pick up.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Julian.
Hello.
Well, thank you for picking up, buddy.
No problem.
All right, so what did you think of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office ride-along yesterday?
It was really interesting and cool. I got to see a lot of it was a lot of stuff.
It was like a dose of reality, wasn't it? It's like seeing what really goes on out there.
It was, yeah.
All right, tell me, what was the thing that you saw yesterday that made the biggest impression? What encounter?
Well, I don't know, like the biggest, but like it was just like we saw a lot in one day. Like it was so. We didn't see like a lot of one thing. We saw like a lot of everything.
Exactly. All right, so go ahead and list, because there's one encounter that stands out, which was truly unbelievable.
Well, we did a car search. We did, and then we ended up and then in a different instance, we ended up arresting somebody for drugs.
All right, so hold on a minute. Listen to what occurred, Julian. Why don't you tell the story about the little motorbike with no license plate? For me, that was there are a couple elements here that are unbelievable. So
you want me to start at the beginning?
Yes, absolutely. You got to start. That's the whole story, is how it all came full circle. So this was one of the amazing stories of yesterday. Go ahead.
So it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. We were running plates, and then we end up seeing this bike on a sidewalk, but it was like a motorbike. It was like a really tiny single person.
Like
little,
a scooter?
Motorcycle.
It was like a mini motorcycle, but it was not a full motorcycle. It wasn't quite the goofy-looking scooter. So we're going through a parking lot. That was like Motel 6, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So just kind of cruising through the parking lot, seeing what's going on in there, and looking at seeing if there are any suspicious cars. Running some license plates, and there's this motorbike that's leaned up against the outside of Motel 6. And it's this little, like, motorbike kind of thing, no license plate. So that was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And who made the comment there was no plate on the bike? Was that Jeff?
Yeah, it was Jeff.
Yeah, so we're out with Sergeant Jeff Catlin, District 5, who I tend to ride along with these days. And he noticed, no tag on that. So that was 8 o'clock in the morning. And then, Julian, go ahead.
He was like, oh, no, please, maybe we'll see it later. And then about like 2.5 hours later, or more maybe.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was about noon.
Yeah, and we were pulling up to a stoplight, and he's like, oh, get a load of these two on this bike over here. And then we pull up, because we couldn't really see it, and then we pulled up, and we're like, holy crap. All three of us realized that's the bike.
That's the bike. So no license plate, two people on this little bitty motorbike kind of thing. No license plate. This was on Brandon Boulevard out in Brandon, and pull behind it, hit the lights and siren, pull the thing over, and then like the woman on the back is all fidgety and her hands are moving everywhere, and she's turning around, and I mean she was freaking out. So the story gets better. So she, when the stop is made, and you can tell she had 2 teeth in her mouth. Two total teeth.
2 top, 2 bottom, 1 and 1.
There were 2 on top.
Okay.
She's like a sea trout.
It was like a jack-o'-lantern or something. So, and you can tell that, man, she's just tweaking. Is
it tweaking or twerking?
No,
twerking. That's right. It's tweaking.
She's a tweaker. You can tell that she's seen some meth in her days, all right? No doubt about it. That would be my instant go-to. Guess what her first name was?
Michelle.
No!
Okay.
Methel.
No, if I'm talking about if I think she's a tweaker and she's on, her first name was Crystal. Her first name was Crystal.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry I didn't put that together as quickly as you did.
Oh, man. Anyway, so Julian, that was like a dose of reality for you. What goes on the street? There was a call, baby stopped breathing, race to that, and then the mother was able to revive the baby. I mean, Julian saw just a little bit of everything yesterday.
All right, hold on now. I've never been on a ride-along because I exceed the weight limit. What the hell are you guys doing as Crystal is just fidgeting? What are you two doing? The officer's doing his job.
They're doing his job. Then backup arrives, and we're just standing off to the side, just observing it. We're not
crossing
doing
any soft citizens.
No, we're not doing.
You're not running out of the car. Citizens arrest.
No.
Freeze.
You stand back. You just watch. You observe.
Honorary deputy.
And it is an education that is not to be believed, what you see and what these deputies, what police officers go through. And every single call is different. You never know what to expect. Just it was a loaded day. We rode along. We started at 6 a.m. at the beginning of the shift, and we peeled off at what, about 2 o'clock, Julie?
2 o'clock.
So, and it's a 12-hour shift. He was doing 6 to 6, so we peeled off about 4 hours early. Oh. And how quickly did that time go?
It went really, really quickly.
And then you split up. So you were with me most of the time, but then for the last couple of hours, you went with Devin, who is in Jeff's squad. So
Devin was super fun.
Yeah, and Devin was great as well.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So the officer's driving. MJ, you're in the passenger seat.
Yep.
Julian, you're in the
back because it's an unmarked car. So it's an unmarked car, no cage. It's not like you're a prisoner in the back.
So when you arrested Crystal Crystal didn't sit next to Julian in the back of the car.
No. Crystal went into a marked Hillsborough County, SUV.
You want to give Julian an education.
To be taken to ORJ, which is Orient Road Jail.
You lock Julian up in the back seat of a car with Crystal for a little while. He'll learn a lot.
Anyway, Julian, you want to do it again, don't you?
Oh, no, I would. Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Listen, I'm glad you had fun, and I wanted to expose him to this so he could see, a little bit of the real world out there. So
you should talk about the stakeout.
Which one?
The first one with the car and the chopper.
Oh, yeah. So, stolen vehicle that was ripped off out of a car lot in Gibsonton. The car pinged on a license plate reader. So then the car was found parked in a house, and then there was a stakeout to watch the car to see if they get in the car and then drive it away and then do a traffic stop. They have the chopper in the air and everything, and the cool thing is the chopper technology, the video that it can produce, it's really tremendous. And they ended up apparently the perp driving the stolen car got spooked because he did see a police car drive by and then exited the rear of the house and ran. So he had like a 20-minute head start. So they ended up just recovering the vehicle but not making the arrest on whoever was driving the stolen vehicle at the house because he split.
I mean, everybody knows you pinch a car, you got to let it cool down a while.
Yeah. So, all right, Julian, listen, I'm glad you had fun yesterday.
No, absolutely. It was super fun.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
All right. Hey, when we get back, we'll start the 9 o'clock hour very shortly. And, of course, you know what that means. Between 9 and 9:20 in just minutes, I am going to give you the next MJ Morning Show Cash Stash song. And when you hear the Cash Stash song that I'm going to give you the title of in just a bit, when you hear that played during the course of the day, you jump on the phone quickly, you be the 7th caller, and you win $1,000. So the next MJ Morning Show Cash Stash song is coming up in minutes on the MJ Morning Show. We got to talk about Tinder. I've got root beer we got to talk about. We've got to talk about, Froggy. Were you, by any chance, were you over in Daytona? I think you were. Froggy was in Daytona, and I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, okay.
There's no doubt about it. Froggy was in Daytona. And, speaking of police, do you see the TPD is issuing a warning about a valet stolen car ring?
I saw that.
Yeah, hang on. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. Oh, wait till you hear about this mother-daughter playground incident. I have a lot. I've got A-list material in the next segment. So don't move. Plus the $1,000 Cash Dash song is coming up. Don't move. We're back in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, Show on Q105, MJ and the crew, 8:59. It'll be 9 o'clock in just a matter of seconds. So that means the window will open between 9 and 9:20. I will reveal the next MJ Cash Stash song for $1,000. Oh, are they starting to fill it in? Is that a live shot? Yeah, look at that. Crews are out at the Sefner sinkhole, and they are beginning to fill the hole now. Is this the third or fourth time they're filling the hole?
I don't know that. I thought it was a second time, but with one time, the first time when it fell in.
No. Andrew, it's three?
I had read it's third.
All right, third time that they're filling the hole.
My
Fester,
gosh.
you just ramble about, you don't know what the answer is, and you just come up with an answer.
No, we're just talking.
That's why he's such a good salesman.
It's a dialogue. It's a show where we go back and forth and talk.
Yeah, but hopefully you have like valid information.
No, it's a conversation show. It's not a fact show.
No, it's a fact show.
No.
It's a hyperbole.
It's an infotainment show.
That's
what this is.
I don't deliberately disseminate information that I have no idea about.
No, but then I give the wrong answer, and you can correct
Call
me.
it
We have a
Fester
dialogue.
blowhard?
We have a dialogue. It's a conversation. It's the beauty of the show. It's what makes it different than some guy reading off a sheet of paper.
All right.
I mean, if that was the case, Andrew could do the whole damn show just reading news copy.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Yeah, right?
It's the Andrew News Copy Show.
In other news today.
So, Froggy, what were you doing over in Daytona over the weekend?
Oh, I just love to party in Daytona.
See, Froggy wasn't really in Daytona, but we're making a joke around the real news story, and we're talking back and forth.
No, I was there.
It's the beauty of the show.
I was really there.
Then what'd you do?
I quit being a wise ass.
I'll analyze the hell out of this thing if you want to. What'd you do in Daytona if you were really there, mister?
I just, surfed.
I just think
I think there was
motorcycles.
more. No, I think it was more than that. Video captures car crashing into marijuana dispensary in Daytona Beach.
Oh, yeah. It was
A 2016 Nissan Titan.
Yeah. Listen,
mister.
If a car is smashing through a marijuana dispensary and it's in Florida, gotta be Froggy.
Oh, gotta be. Was it really a Titan?
Look, it was a silver Titan pickup truck.
Oh no!
Did it go over a curb to get to the dispensary?
Yeah. Do we have a jingle we can sing along here? And what rhymes with marijuana?
That's a tough one.
Tijuana.
Tijuana.
Do you wanna?
Hit the building if you wanna. Then you get
Why
the
would you
marijuana.
want to hit the building?
I mean, to get the marijuana.
Car crashed into the Sunnyside Medical Cannabis Dispensary.
Oh, those are popping up everywhere.
Dude, the place is look at this. Let me hold this up to MJTV first.
Is it an orange building?
It's a black and white photo on my printer. Look at the building. I'm holding this up to MJTV right now so you can see it. Let me pass over. Let me pass this over to Froggy. Does that look familiar, my friend?
Oh, that's me right there. There's my car.
There you go.
It's all coming back to me now.
Damn. What do you do? Drive in and then drive back out?
Man, it is.
Now the store's sunny side up.
You know what it
Left
looks
up.
like? It looks like they only took out originally just a third, and then they just backed up and they took out the middle. Then they took out the right side.
That doesn't look like one collision.
Man, it looks like
So there's a Sunnyside Medical Cannabis Dispensary on Dale Mabry Highway.
Oh,
in
there
Tampa?
is.
There's one right.
Are there several other locations?
Yeah, right down the street.
Yeah,
on 4th.
It looks like a. Is that what kind of car is that?
I don't know. A little.
Looks like it's a BMW. Looks like a BMW drove right through the damn place. Yeah. So, Froggy,
man,
what did your insurance company say?
That was my Beamer, my new Beamer.
Farmers dropped them. Well, it hit a marijuana dispensary.
Hey, speaking of vehicles, the TPD saw this from the St. Petersburg Times. I still want to call them the St. Petersburg Times. All right, it's the Tampa Bay Times. You know what? I'm into nostalgia. You know, I want the St. Petersburg Times back where they publish every day.
You want the Ice Palace?
I want exactly. I want the Tampa Tribune back. You know, I want to see 2 local papers a day. You know, plus the internet sites.
What year do you think this is? Newspapers.
Just lying on your sidewalk.
All right, so Tampa Bay Times. I saw this. The Tampa police are issuing a warning about vehicles that are being ripped off from valet parking. In fact, Andrew's got the story on our website at mjmorningshow.com. Tampa police are looking for people involved in the theft of luxury vehicles stolen from valet parking at businesses around Tampa. Surveillance footage shows people snatching keys from unattended valet stands at restaurants and hotels and then driving off with the stolen vehicles, according to a Friday news release coming out from the Tampa Police Department. That's why, what do I never, ever, 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 ever do?
Valet.
Yeah, valet
I
your car.
don't valet park. I had not this past weekend, the weekend before, I had a business dinner with the Hollands. Steve and Elizabeth Holland, great clients. Folks, if you're looking for a second opinion on your investments, a retirement plan, you want to get a hold of the Hollands, Steve and Elizabeth Holland, for free, complimentary, no obligation. They will build you an investment plan. They will build you a retirement plan. You're in your 40s, your 50s. You got to make sure that you've got things in a row because you want to be able to live a great retirement and not run out of money. So get a hold of Steve and Elizabeth Holland. The website is askthehollands.com. askthehollands.com, and they do it complimentary. They'll build you plans, complimentary, no obligation, no cost to you. Tell them that MJ sent you. The phone number's on askthehollands.com. So I'm out to dinner with the Hollands, and we had dinner at Eddie V's. And they like Eddie V's. I hadn't been to Eddie V's in about 10 years, and had a nice meal. They have valet parking up front.
That's what the V stands for.
Yeah, Eddie Valets.
We're going to call it Eddie Valets. That's a little confusing, Eddie.
Okay, that was funny. You just made up for your for not knowing what the hell you were talking about a few minutes ago.
My joke average is really high.
Yeah, all right. So they have valet, and it's kind of a deal where it's not that easy to park yourself. Still, I'm walking. I am not valet parking anywhere. Zero. Because, there was a story where I once valet parked, and the BO from the valet guy never left the car. All right, that was a valet. That was a Seinfeld episode. No, but I think I've had a valet guy stink up the car. I never valet. I don't want my stuff touched. I don't want
your seat moved.
Nothing. I don't want my seat moved.
Your lights messed with.
I don't want my auto headlights turned off. That's
a pet peeve.
Let me give you a little inside tip.
Oh, we've heard this. Yeah.
That's how a lot of drunk drivers are busted, without headlights. So what happens is you got somebody that's tipsy. They're out for dinner. They're at a bar, whatever, and they leave the lot where the valet person is. The valet person turns the lights off. Instead of leaving your headlights in the automatic position, they'll turn them off. And you get in your car, you drive off. You've had a couple. You're maybe a little over the limit, or you're borderline. Your headlights are off, and the cops will pull you over because you think your headlights are on because they're always automatic. Valet turned them off, so then you get pulled over. There's a high percentage of stops that occur because the headlights being off.
But we've all walked out of restaurants where you see the box of keys.
Oh yeah,
I even said it to Allison. I go, look in there, and she looks and I go, there's $2 million worth of cars right there in that box.
I don't valet jack crap. I'm telling you right now. So surveillance footage shows people taking the keys from these unattended valet stands while they're running and retrieving other cars or parking cars. You got the box sitting there with those little, 29 set Home Depot hooks with the keys all hanging in this box.
Half the time it's open.
Oh, look, there's BMW. Up there's a Mercedes. Oh, looky there. That's a Lamborghini. Let me go take that. So this crap is going on. 5 similar vehicles have been stolen throughout the city of Tampa. Among the stolen are a Land Rover, a Lamborghini, and a Mercedes-Benz. The locations featured in the footage are International Plaza Mall and Ciro's.
I thought I saw Davis Islands in there, too.
Yeah, I don't see that in the story. Not in this particular story. Businesses are urged to keep their valet stands occupied at all times to prevent theft, in the release that came from the Tampa Police Department.
Now, whose fault is that?
Customers are advised to ask if keys are stored in a secure place and whether an additional attendant will watch over the stand as vehicles are being parked or retrieved. So valet thefts, man. I'm telling you right now. I remember watching an episode of Chips. What are you chortling at?
Oh, that was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Hey, Andrew, give me the theme from Chips, would you please? That should be in the system. If not, should be because I ask for it a lot. So I remember a Chips episode where, do you know what the valet parking racket was?
No.
This is like circa 1980. Ladies and gentlemen, theme from Chips. So the theme of that Chips episode that I'm talking about, the person would go to a restaurant, the valet parker would, and LA, the valet parking is, you go to your ass doctor and it's a valet parker out front.
Yeah.
All right? So the valet folks are everywhere in Los Angeles. So the storyline of the Chips episode was the person would go to the restaurant, valet park, the valet parker would then go into the glove box, find the registration and the home address, and then another crew would be alerted, and they'd go rob the house while the person's away at the restaurant. That was the theme from this episode of Chips. This is NBC. That's when Casey Kasem used to do all the voiceovers on You're Watching NBC. Yes, Rox.
I got a great valet story. I don't know if I told you.
Is it from Meat Market?
No.
Okay,
no,
right.
it's not local.
All right.
So I went to cover the Super Bowl one year. I think it was Dallas. And so I went to meet my friend for dinner, a bunch of friends. And so I'm going to go back to my hotel. It's a bit of a drive. He goes, don't take I don't even think they had Uber back then. Don't take a taxi, whatever. He's like, just take my car. The NFL had given him this big Suburban.
Oh, wow.
He says, take the car. Just keep it for the week. Just bring it back to me, before you go back to Tampa. So I have this car all week. I'm driving all my friends who I'm working with around in it. And I'm like paranoid, being really careful. And so then I go to return the car on Friday. I go to the hotel. I drop it off. I don't even call my friend. He knew I was leaving on Friday. So I drop it off, give him the keys. I tell him whose car it is. Here you go. So Sunday morning, he calls me. I've been back in Tampa for a day and a half. And he's like, Roxanne, are you going to bring the car back? And I was like, I brought it back on Friday. So they found the car trashed, on a random.
Oh my God! So wait, what happened to the car?
The valet guy stole it.
Oh
the
my
guy
God.
who I checked in and was like, "Here are the keys."
It
this
probably
belongs to
wasn't.
so-and-so.
It was probably a fake valet guy. It probably wasn't even. You probably just handed the keys to some schmo.
If you think about it, Super Bowl, they're probably so busy they probably have to hire a bunch of random people.
Oh, look at this! Anonymous is on the line from New York City. Hello, Anonymous.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Jack.
Are you listening in New York right now?
Yeah, I'm listening on the live stream.
All right, thank you. Where in New York are you?
I'm in the city.
All right, fantastic. Well, the city has in Manhattan, or New York City's 5 boroughs. So what borough are you in?
I'm in Manhattan.
All right, fantastic. All right, so
I'm about on 14th Street. But anyway.
Hold on, you're where?
About on 14th Street.
14th and what?
Like basically across the street from Artichoke.
Oh, really? All right, so go ahead. What's your story?
So in the 90s, my brother, his friends, they used to have this thing where they would go to, there was a lot of ballet and art galleries, things like that. So all you have to do is put on a red coat. People hand you the keys. In fact, they tip you sometimes.
Hold on. You would just put on a red coat, stand at events, and they'd hand you the keys, and you're a fake valet guy?
Not my brother, but I was too young at the time. But my brother, and, in fact, they even tip him sometimes.
Oh my God! So what kind of cars did he rip? How many cars did he rip off this way?
I don't have a number on that, but I do know that they were like high end because it's like art galleries. So
did he ever get busted?
No.
That's incredible. Hey, thanks, Anonymous. Thanks for listening online up in New York.
He's like, no, like of course he never got busted.
Hey, you there? Oh, he's gone. But he's listening to us in New York City. He knows Good Morning Radio when he hears it. So he's listening to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And you know what he's not listening to? He's not listening to
Rockin' America. C100.
Yeah, he's not listening to that state. Listening to the MJ Morning Show down here in Tampa.
Rockin' C100.
Not listening to the Z Morning Zoo.
The Z Morning Zoo on Z100.
Nope.
Z100.
Nope, not the flamethrower hot rockin'.
Hot rockin' Z the flamethrower. Z100.
Nope. No. Listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Z100 still uses that graphics package too, don't they?
That would be a jingle package.
The jingle package.
No, I think they've upped I think they're modernized a little bit.
I don't think so. No, same ones.
Jody's in Largo. Hey, Jody, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I've got back about 30 years ago, a friend of my son-in-law's was involved with a group that he ended up going to Burns Steakhouse and knocking out the valet and stealing a Ferrari.
What?
He ended up in prison.
So wait a minute, 30 years ago, you know somebody that knocked out the valet at Burns and stole a Ferrari?
Not by choice, but he ended up over in prison and by Daytona. And then about 3 months before he was going to be released, he walked away from cleaning up the highway.
Oh, he walked away from a road crew cleanup?
Yeah, and ended up at my house when my daughter and son-in-law were having a party.
Now, wait a minute, and then they caught him again, and then he had an extended stretch, right?
Yeah.
What a
of course,
bone.
my house ended up getting surrounded by sheriff's deputies.
Your house was like, there was a raid on your house?
Yes.
Like SWAT team and everything?
The whole 9 yards, helicopters.
And where was this? This was in Largo? Where was it?
It was in Safety Harbor.
Safety Harbor. Holy moly. Yeah. When I think Safety Harbor, I think of the nice, relaxing Safety Harbor spa, not a SWAT team surrounding your house.
Yeah, it was fabulous. It was a Sunday morning. It was great.
Oh, super.
And this was a week after, God, I can't remember the guy's name, that he had shot his girlfriend's son in the face, took him to the fire department, and then killed the cops that were chasing him.
Hank Earl Carr?
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was a week afterwards, so they could have been really, really nasty.
Man. Wow. And so what happened to this guy? You ever lose, you keep track of this guy? You lose track. What's going on with this guy's life now?
Once they arrested him, they moved him. They ended up moving him out of state, and I never heard about him again.
Wow. All right. Thanks for the call. That's crazy. So all this, because if you're just tuning in, we're just talking about the TPD, Tampa Police Department, is warning about cars being ripped off from valets. You had a Mercedes, a Land Rover, and a Lamborghini ripped off where keys were taken out of the box and boom, gone in 10 seconds.
You pull up in a Lambo and just toss the keys to some schmuck there. Yeah. All right.
I'm not.
Give her a good spot.
Telling you right now, I'm not valet parking anywhere, nowhere. All right, what time is it? 9:18. Let's give away the song title right now. So, folks, the Cash Stash starts again today. Last week, we gave away $5,000. Cheryl on Monday in Wesley Chapel. Tuesday was Amanda St. Pete. Wednesday, Stephanie and Lutz. Alex won on Thursday from Bradenton, and Susan won from St. Pete on Friday. Each won $1,000.
Wow.
By listening right now to the song title, and then you listen to Q105 for the rest of the day, and at any time before 6, this song is going to play. When you hear the song play, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000. Today's Cash Stash song is, got it right here.
On the noisiest piece of paper ever.
Yeah, that's loud.
It's The Boys of Summer by Don Henley. So, The Boys of Summer by Don, 6 o'clock. You be caller 7, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000 right here on Q105. It's the MJ Cash Stash song of the day. We'll do it again tomorrow, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then we'll do it all next week. We're giving out tens of thousands of dollars. So you should get your hands on $1,000 here, folks. Just keep listening to Q105 and good luck. All right, I got a root beer problem, which is pretty interesting.
So do I.
Yeah, you drink this stuff, dude.
My favorite stuff in the world.
Dude, you drink this stuff, and guess what? Do you know about the settlement?
I'm not a part of it.
All right, well, why not?
I don't know. I should be.
Well, hold on. I'm going to fill you in. So if you drink root beer or cream soda, you might know where this is going. You got to hear what's coming up in just a bit. Mom-daughter playground story. Why? Because you spend a lot of time as a mom with young kids at playgrounds?
No, because I'll have something to say about this. I can't wait to
I'm
hear
sure
what it
you
is.
will.
I have no
you know
idea.
What? You could be a click away from doing this.
I mean,
Stop it.
She doesn't have anything to add to the root beer story.
I don't.
The moms and park story.
And you know that Tom Brady's still cashing in on the Bucs. He's gone, and Brady's still cashing in on the Bucs, right? You know that?
Good for him.
Hold on, we'll explain it all. That's just scratching the surface. We got a lot of stuff. Final chunk of junk on the MJ Morning Show is next. Final segment in minutes here on Q105. Whatever you do, don't move. We are back in minutes. We launch the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Monday. Hopefully, you were able to scribble down or remember the Q105 MJ Morning Show Cash Stash song. We just revealed it a few minutes ago, and it's going to play sometime before 6 o'clock. When you hear it, be the seventh caller and win $1,000. If you didn't hear today's, make sure you're listening between 9 and 9:20 tomorrow morning and every day this week to get the Cash Stash song, because we're giving away, again, $1,000 every single day this week. It's a local-only contest, so it's not like you're competing with other stations around the country. Yeah, Fester, I did see this. Yeah, the Gilgo Beach serial killer on Long Island up in New York. Yeah, one of the victims apparently once lived in Clearwater, right?
Amber Lynn Costello.
Yeah, Amber Lynn Costello. I think I saw that, I guess... Did she once live here? Was that the story?
Yeah, she has friends here. The headline says from Clearwater.
Yeah, so I think she still has ties. Well, the woman's been gone for quite some time, but still like a Tampa Bay connection. One of the victims of this serial killer. Yeah, she moved to New York, I believe, in 2010, and one of the victims of the serial killer from Clearwater, and ended up apparently doing sex work. It's a shame. Oh, Roxanne, I have something for you to follow up on if you don't mind. Last week you had your OBGYN, his daughter was in the studio kind of shadowing us.
Yes, she did a great job.
Yeah, here is an email from Mackenzie. And Mackenzie is a rising junior at Washington and Lee University. Great institution.
Does her father inspect any of Roxanne's body parts?
Yeah, maybe her dad's a proctologist.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say. I mean, Maddie got in because of the other connection.
Anyway, Mackenzie sent me an email. She wants to shadow as well. She writes, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a rising junior at Washington Lee University. I'm studying strategic communications, and I have a passion for broadcasting. I host a radio show at my university station called DJ MK's Hits of the Golden Age.
Ooh. So it's hits of the 90s.
Yeah,
she's in college now.
And I'm the sideline reporter for every sport on my campus.
Jeez, that's great.
I was listening to your show this morning and heard about Jenna shadowing at the station. I was wondering if I might be able to do the same sometime this summer before I go back to school.
Come on in.
Sorry, we're busy.
I just want you to know what an inspiration you've been to me over the past few years. I moved to Tampa 7 years ago with my family. Listening to Q105 has helped me grow. Love radio broadcasting. Anyway, here, let's see. This summer, I'm interning with the Valspar Championship. Oh,
that's great.
That's golf.
Up in Innisbrook.
Yeah. 3 days a week, waitressing on the weekends. Here are the dates I'm available.
Oh, let's conform to your schedule. Yes.
All right, Festa, come on. She's a busy college kid working a job and interning at some golf crap.
You know what? It's easier sometimes when someone's like, "Here's the time I have available. Does this match up with yours?"
All right, she was available on Friday, July 14th.
Okay, we missed that one.
Okay, that one's out.
That's out.
What's next?
Hang on, I hit the wrong damn button. Hang on. That's out. Yeah, much better. So she can do Thursday, July 27th.
Nah, I can't do that day.
Yeah, seriously, I can't do that. I mean, you guys can arrange it, but I'm not here that day.
I'm busy.
What do you mean you're not here that
Roxanne's
day?
taking a couple of days off.
All right, she can do Wednesday, August 2nd, Monday, August 7th, Thursday, August 10th, or Thursday, August 17th.
None of those are going to work.
Yes, they are. Roxanne,
really busy
Roxanne,
days.
here's the email. Can you make contact?
August 2nd is what we'll do.
Can you make contact? Would you mind, since you booked the other shadower? Only the shadow knows.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, you're booked. If you're listening, come on in.
Yeah.
You're good. August 2nd.
All
We'll
right,
see you then.
Roxanne will be in charge of getting a hold of you.
We
all
need
right?
more details than that. You're good. Come on down.
All right. Oh, so for the late listeners of the show, remind me to do this. Hey, Andrew, remind me to do this like 7 o'clock hour tomorrow. I did a whole segment on this at 6:20 this morning. So for the late listeners of the show, I want to talk about that security issue for just a minute. And this is truly stunning. This is only going to be a 1-minute version. If you're a regular listener, you know that over the last 2 months, we've talked about this stunning security issue. We had a problem here at the station, and we can now reveal what the problem was because it's been fixed after 2 months. Folks, our radio station was wide open. The doors did not lock. Our security card system broke, so they had to hire a company to put in a new system. Then corporate legal got all wound up, and they just completely jimmied up the works with the contracts and everything. Meanwhile, our radio station is wide open. Anybody could have walked right in here at any time. Just no key card was required. You just walk right in. The system broke on May 18th, and it just got fixed late last week. For 2 months, our doors were open. Just walk right in. You wanted to go on the air? Just walk right in. Just come right in the studio. Hello, it's Freddie. I'm on Q105.
I mean, anybody could have walked in. Holiday weekends, nobody was here for 2-3 days at a time.
Yeah. Well,
this place was wild.
Don't try it now because the security system has been fixed, and there have also there are booby traps that are set as well now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real boobs.
Indiana Jones.
Big poison spikes will shoot out of the wall right into your eyeballs. No, but seriously, can you believe that for 2 months our doors were wide open?
It's insane.
Like
every time I would come in the morning, I would just laugh.
I've never seen anything like this. I've been in broadcasting for 41 years. I've never seen anything like this. And like the urgency to get it done, it was like, huh?
No urgency at all. You could have come in on Memorial Day weekend, like Saturday morning, and done
had a barbecue.
3 days of running the radio station before anybody even comes into work Tuesday.
Yeah.
You could have said, you know what? This 4th of July ass blast weekend on Q105, I don't like it. I'm going to play my own crap. You know what? I'm going to play that annoying Venga Boys commercial from the Six Flags commercial. I'm going to play that song over and over again.
I love that.
Oh, look at that. Could have just taken over the place and just played the Venga Boys.
Locking myself in the station until management gives me what I want.
We like to party. We like to party. We like to party.
New York and San Francisco. Come on and hit your bummer.
What are you
Do you
saying?
know the word? There's like two cities in there, but
New York and San Francisco. That's all I know.
That's it. So our doors are now locked.
thankfully, after 2 months.
I have never seen anything like that in my entire life and career.
So in that 2 months, we hired some new people, and they're walking around the building like, is this really the case?
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is it.
Just walk right in.
Let's come in anytime.
Walk right in. Just, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
All right, so moving along. Roxanne, I'm guessing this is going to be you at some point.
Oh, boy. Is it bad behavior?
Well, I talked about playgrounds because
Yes.
you're a mommy. You do mommy dates. Your kids go to playgrounds, right?
Yes, we do.
11-year-old girl attacked with acid during playground argument.
What are you saying I would have any part of this?
Listen, the mother gave the 11-year-old daughter acid to go throw on another kid.
Who carries acid with them to the park?
What the?
I carry acid just in case. An 11-year-old girl was attacked with acid during an argument at a playground in Detroit.
It's horrible.
Deara Summers was at the Venner Elementary School playground when her siblings and cousin got into an argument. 12-year-old girl's mother handed her a bottle of acid that she then threw on the girls, and an 11-year-old girl got the acid bad.
Wow. Poor thing. Is he okay?
Yeah.
So, Roxanne, you're very close to this. You know, I wonder if you take Prilosec, does that help with the acid reflux?
They rubbed it all over the poor kid. Didn't help at all.
Summers tore off her shirt. So the 12-year-old girl's mother handed a bottle of acid. She threw it on the girls. Summers, who was not involved in the fight, suffered severe burns, back of legs, arms, tore off the shirt, took off running toward home as the acid was burning through her clothing. Again,
Jeez.
where does a mother with little kids on a playground, where do you get a bottle of acid? Hello, Target customer service counter. What aisle's the acid on?
You can buy that with your red card and save 5%.
Dude, that is unbelievable. So, Roxanne, I know that things get pretty hot and heavy on the playground, but
I am chill. I am relaxed on the playground.
do you have any sharpened shanks in your purse to give the kids by any chance?
I have those. What are those handcuffs that you like get so you hit someone?
Brass knuckles?
Brass knuckles.
Brass
yes.
knuckles, yeah.
Yes.
You carried brass knuckles for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a Beastie Boys song. Brass knuckles. Those funky
knuckles.
knuckles. Brass knuckles. Remember that song?
Yes.
That was a great song.
Yeah, it really was.
So, Fester, you suck down A&W root beer like it's going out of style. When you come to my house, you bring your own 2-liter bottle.
I brought last year when I went, I brought a 2022 vintage.
And you
A&W.
decantered it.
Yes, I decantered it. Yes, I did. No, yeah, root beer is this the best carbonated soft drink around.
I love root beer. I'm a huge root beer fan. I love cream soda as well.
What about a root beer float? You like a good root beer float?
I love a root beer float. But the deal is, I'm not a big soda drinker. I mean, I do love an ice cold Coke or Pepsi or 7-Up or whatever. I love a good root beer, a good cream soda, but I only drink on average, I think, about one soft drink a year.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Not many.
One every 4.5 hours.
1 2-liter bottle every 4. No, I
don't. One glass of water a year.
I don't drink a lot of soda. I drink virtually zero soda. I drink carbonated water with some squeeze of lemon or lime. I drink a ton of water. I don't drink a lot of juices, and I don't drink sodas. But I will typically have a root beer or a cream soda or maybe a sip of a Coke maybe once or twice a year. For me, a lot of times, my 1 or 2 root beers or cream sodas a year, a lot of times it's an El Cap because I'll grab, my go-to at El Cap, I get the Daily Double. Just ask for the MJ. So at El Cap, I get the Daily Double, which is the larger beef patty, but I get the small bun. I don't go with the larger sesame seed bun. I want the Daily Double meat on the small bun with cheese and a giant pile of cold, crispy lettuce off to the side so I can assemble myself. And then at El Cap, they have the bottles of
the IBC.
They have the IBC root beer and cream soda. So whenever I have my one soda of the year, it's typically over at El Cap right here on 4th and St. Pete.
So why are we talking about root beer?
Because I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh,
it's a very good question.
I was about to end the show without even telling you why I was doing. No, I'm kidding.
That's just a soft back on track.
No. I've got plenty of stuff. So before we go. So A&W root beer and cream soda, they're getting sued. Yeah. So what has happened, they've agreed to a settlement, and you, Fester, might be eligible for some of the $15 million settlement.
Line me up.
Screw Powerball, which again draws tonight, $900 million annuitized jackpot. Yeah, cash deals, typically less than or half of that at least, right?
Yeah, about half, and then taxes out of that.
All right, so A&W, apparently they said that their root beer or cream soda was made with aged vanilla.
They do say that. It's on the box.
Yeah, guess what? They're going to take that off the box because it's not.
It's a lie.
Yeah. I don't know how you have that on the label. So if you bought A&W, and this A&W is a good brand, although unbelievably up in Canada, we were up in Canada and the kids, we were driving from Vancouver up to Whistler over Christmas, and the kids saw an A&W root beer stand restaurant in Canada, and they say, "Hey, Dad, let's go get an A&W root beer float." So I said, "All right, kids." We go in, and they don't sell A&W root beer floats at A&W.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what the hell?
Maybe not the Canadian ones.
You could not get a glass of root beer with a scoop of vanilla ice cream inside. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They had some kind of Slurpee machine with some kind of concoction that they said was root beer float. I'm like, that's not a root beer float, you crazy Canucks. I said, Canuck you. And then we left. I shot a video. Did you ever see I shot a video on Instagram. Yeah, if you want to see it. And Julian's freaked out.
This should be a Canuckin crime.
It was. So I shot an Instagram live or a video, and if you scroll back on Certified MJ Radio, if you go back to December, we shot a video. We couldn't believe that there was no root beer float at A&W in Canada.
Unbelievable.
What's wrong with these damn Canadians?
Oh, how much time do you have?
All right, so anyway, $15 million settlement. If you bought A&W root beer or cream soda between February of 2016
how do I prove that?
And June of 2023, just last month, you may be eligible. After the court said they must pay out this money after a court decision, the rebate results from a class action lawsuit claiming A&W Concentrate Company and Keurig Dr. Pepper Incorporated, which makes the drinks, misled consumers by labeling products as being made with aged vanilla when the vanilla taste is actually created by artificial flavoring. How did legal let that happen? That's insanity.
Could it have been aged artificial vanilla?
Yeah.
We've had that one for 2 weeks. So
yeah, the jug was left in Jerry's back seat of his car for 6 months.
It's
all aged.
Don't put that story to the side. I got to find out the lawyer I got to contact to fill out my claim form.
It's on the floor over here in my recycle pile. All right, so Tom Brady is still cashing in. Tom Brady's gone, but I guess his deal, he still gets paid because they're going to make Tom Brady jerseys with the old creamsicle uniform, because the Bucs are bringing back the creamsicle uniform for like one flipping game in Detroit, like in October.
But they're going to sell a ton of jerseys with those stupid orange.
But those have come back periodically during the years. It's not like it's been gone since like the early 90s.
Well, about 10 years ago, the NFL, because of all these concussions, said that teams can only wear one helmet. So because they couldn't wear the pewter helmet and the white helmet, we haven't seen the creamsicle uniforms for many years.
All right.
I think Josh Freeman was quarterback last time we had it.
But guess what? How about the guy that stole the crab legs? What was it?
Jameis Winston?
Yeah.
No, he never wore the creamsicle.
Okay, that's right. Not even for a special day? Or
no, because
okay.
he wore his uniform looked like the alarm clock numbers.
Oh, yeah.
That awful uniform.
All right, so anyway, Tom Brady, with his deal, he's still going to make money on his name on the jersey. So I guess he got a cut of the merch. So Tom Brady will still cash in on the new creamsicle jerseys. How about that?
Good for him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I were going to buy one of these jerseys, I'd buy Tom's.
What else do I have? You know what? I have a lot more, but we're at the end of the program,
and
man.
I have two things, real important, quick things. Number one, if you want to see myself and Lee Spann on our girl date, you can go to @Roxanne Wilder. And I sent it to you, MJ, as well, if you'd like to put the photo up on yours as well, on your IG.
Okay.
And second thing, today is a new moon. And if you would like to write down all of your goals, they're more likely to happen.
And that's kind of deceptive because new moon means there's no moon.
Correct.
New moon is dark.
It's very dark.
Yeah, full moon is a full moon. New moon, there's nothing up there. So it's going to be a dark, dark night.
Yes.
It was a dark and dreary night.
Oh.
There was a stalker in the bushes at Roxanne's house.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, did you dump Doug? Did you go to Miami for the weekend?
I did. Yes, I did.
So when did you fly out?
I flew out at, my flight was like 9 o'clock on Saturday, and then I was back yesterday. So it was really quick.
Hold on. You flew out 9 a.m. on Saturday morning to Miami?
Yep.
And you went to hang out with Derek Jeter and his wife?
I went to just hang out with friends down there. Yes.
Oh, jeez, come on. Just say you hung out with Derek. And this is very odd that Doug didn't go.
Well, yeah. I was like...
Because, Doug and Derek Jeter are these lifelong connected at the hip friends.
Doug stayed with the children. And you know what?
Yeah.
I realize why he likes me so much.
Did the Jeters send did they send a limo to pick you up at Miami International?
About? No.
What, did you take an Uber?
No.
Took an Uber, yeah. Dropped off in Kia.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, if you're traveling.
In a Sorrento.
If you're traveling nowadays, I almost missed my flight there and almost missed my flight home.
You almost missed your flight?
Because it's so crowded at the airport.
And you still don't have pre-check, do you?
I don't have pre-check, Mr. Pre-check Police.
What is with the amount of times you fly a year? Why the hell don't you have TSA pre-check? It makes no sense at all.
She wants to be one of the people.
Yep.
Yes, hanging out with billionaires in Miami.
I
cannot. One of the people. I just
when
stand
are
in line
you
and wait like everybody else.
When are you going to go spend $85 for 5 years of pre-check?
I'm going to do it today, right after I leave here late.
Hey,
I don't have time to do this.
Andrew, are you giving me the winded up signal over here?
Yes, I am.
Why?
That's his job.
I'm trying to keep you on time.
I am on time. Well, plenty of time, so to speak. So, yeah. So, all right. Anything else when we get out of here?
I think that's it.
All right. So, I have a couple of things we'll get to tomorrow that I didn't get to today. And I want you to have a great day, folks. Have a wonderful Monday.
Andrew is about to murder you with his eyeballs.
Why? There's nothing I'm doing wrong over here. All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.